the ultimate alliance or corp similar to guilds in other games and literally control huge areas of space, good luck to you. The point is, you can, and people have done this stuff as well as much more. There are Reddit stories, YouTube videos, countless forum posts, all based on actual events just like these, which range from spies crumbling huge empires from the inside out, and huge space battles that see thousands of players all in the same area, all fighting one another. In fact, there are very few rules in EVE and very little you can do to actually get banned. I think getting banned would be pretty difficult, but bans can be handed out for charity scams, real world abuse, racism, and a few other bits and bobs. Things that would be considered cheating or bannable in other games, such as scamming players for in-game items and money, is perfectly legal in EVE Online, and be prepared to see multiple scammers in the main trading areas spamming chat with such scams and cons. It's almost encouraged. So the game itself, when you first start you'll have to create a character and you will choose from one of the main 4 races. This is Amar, Kaldari, Minmatar and Galente, each with 3 sub-races, and once you've done that you have multiple backgrounds you can choose from. But to be honest, none of this makes any real difference to the game, as it only affects starting skills and every character at some point can train into every skill. Creating a character in EVE Online can take hours, as it has one of the most advanced character creation tools I have ever seen. Once again though, this doesn't make much difference to the game, as you'll spend most of your time looking at your ships and overviews, but at least your picture in the corner when you type into chat looks good. Gameplay itself is unique to most other space games. People looking to grab a joystick and manually fly and shoot may be disappointed, as EVE plays more like a third-person strategy game than it does a first-person shooter, with most inputs being done by clicking through menus. Not hard to see why this game is often referred to as Spreadsheets Online or Spreadsheet Simulator, as the amount of information you have to sift through and have at the ready can sometimes be overwhelming to the most experienced player. This does not make it any less fun, however, and strategy, skill and experience is still the aim here if you want to dominate in the world of New Eden. After playing this game for multiple years, I can tell you that even now, I don't understand how some stuff and aspects work. New players will find themselves referring to guides, how-tos and asking for help in the help chat a lot when they first start. All hail EVE's well-known difficulty curve. The only plus is that completing basic challenges and goals can feel extremely rewarding, considering how much time and effort you have to put into learning what you're doing. Plus, since this is an MMO, you can always join a new player-friendly corp that will guide you through what EVE has to offer, with some even going as far as giving you ships, skill books, items, and even ISK, which is the in-game currency, to help you and keep you interested in the game. Make it past this initial new player phase and I can almost guarantee you will be hooked for life. The game never gets stale. Once you know what you are doing and can fit a ship and have the confidence to travel around and try new things, you will find unlimited content available to you. This ranges from mining raw materials, manufacturing ships, searching the cosmos for lost artifacts, hacking into data banks for tasty loot, creating settlements on planets, completing NPC missions, becoming a space trucker. The list goes on and on and on. And everyone's favourite, flying bigger and more badass ships. There are mass amounts of different ships in EVE, each with its own bonuses and disadvantages. Add to this that there are literally an unlimited way of fitting each ship, means if you ever get bored of one, you can just simply jump into another. Bigger variants of these ships being carriers, dreadnoughts and titans, some of which can go for up to £1,000 in real world money, and yes, some people do sell them on eBay and Craigslist, but you may be voiding the terms, so you might want to check into that first. You should also be aware that to actually get a new character to the point of just being able to sit in one of these huge ships can sometimes cost billions of ISK in skills, and also up to a year, if not longer, of training time. So what about PvP then? The part of EVE Online that gets the most attention from the media, with some of these huge space battles being estimated at thousands of pounds worth of real world money. Well, PvP is everywhere and it's pretty hard to avoid. The space in which EVE is set is split into 3 main security areas, the first being high security space. Here, players get to go about their business pretty carefree, knowing that they have the game's equivalent to space police known as Concord watching their backs. In this area of space, players can still do what they like and even shoot who they like. The safety net, however, comes from Concord. Attack a player unprovoked in a high security system and Concord will warp in a combat fleet and will take you out. There is no escaping them. They are there to destroy you. What area of high sec you're in relates to how fast Concord will respond. Okay, hello everyone out there. Give me a second. I've just realised I've not set my mic up because I'm total pro, and obviously I remembered to do everything before I come online. There we go. So that needs to go over, not that way, this way. Turn autofocus off, otherwise it goes all funky. Change the brightness stuff. I'm awfully pale. And I always use R2D2 in the background for this, for the colours. Obviously my hair is red as well, which helps, but R2D2, I mean, if I go too high, he goes like off colours. What about, I don't know, about there. Save that. Yeah, so R2D2 in the background is perfect, by the way, if you ever need to get the colours right for your webcam. So, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another super awesome, mega wicked cool stream done by myself. I'll just give everyone a second to catch up. I think we've got a slight delay again. Just do this. I have tweaked a few things, mainly with the audio. Yeah, that's quite far behind again. Probably about 15 seconds. Not major. I managed to live last time. Hopefully we should survive this time. So I have tweaked the audio, like I said. So hopefully I'm not mega quiet, because I was watching it back the stream only this morning-ish. And I was whispering. I had to turn my TV right up. So how you guys are actually hearing me, I have no idea. But hopefully I'm a bit louder now. And you can all understand exactly what I'm saying. So... hello, everyone's giving me a nice little thumbs up so we can all agree that everything's working. I'm ready to go. I'm just going to do this again and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What have I done to get this wrong? 18, 19, 20. 20, really? That's like a 30-second delay on it. Oh my, I'm really gonna have to look into that. I'm sorry guys, I don't know how I'm getting this huge delay. All settings and everything look quite hunky-dory in here. If we go to stream settings, I don't think I can change them actually whilst I am streaming. But everything's fine. The bitrate's low enough. Keyframe until 2. CPU usage high. Main none. Everything looks fine. I don't know why it's not working. It should be super fast. I think there is an option in here somewhere to change the delay, but that means I go from being full 1080 super awesome mega wicked cool quality down to like being quite poor quality but live. So I don't know, I'm sure we'll survive. Alright, so I'm not actually sure how many of you are actually in chat or how many's watching. Xbox, I can see you there. How's it going, matey? Nice to see you. You're not actually online at the moment, or are you? No, you're not. I'm guessing you're playing Space Engineer, so good on you. Vinny, we have you. We've got you online as well. How's it going, man? Hope you're having a good day. We seem to be missing Evo, who moaned and moaned to become a moderator and then just hasn't been back. So that's good to know, isn't it? Right, so in case you don't know, this stream is basically going to follow on exactly where the last one left off. We were running the Abyss Gauntlet, and we were doing it in our trusty Sacrilege here, which I've tweaked the fit slightly. And basically what I was doing was I was doing 2 of every level. So 2 calms, 2 agitated, 2 of the next one, all the way up to see how far we can go. And we managed to do the first 3 levels, no problem. So that was like 6 sites, all done and dusted, not a problem. And then we got to the level 4 ones, and well, things kind of came undone. We didn't die in the sites. I mean, the actual ship held up fine. We just ran out of time with 1 battleship left that was in structure, but we just ran out of time. So what I've done, I'm going to mute my phone actually whilst I remember. Did I get your Corp application? Quite possibly, Hugo. I haven't really been online too much today, but I will check straight afterwards to get you in. Let's just mute this, sorry, otherwise it's going to ding every time one of you guys says something. There we go. Yeah, so we ran out of time, basically. So what I've done is I've gone back, I wouldn't say to the drawing board, because I've kept the exact same fit, but I've gone for a more costly way of doing it. As you can see, I've basically gone for my costly fit, which is shown in the last video, which I'll quickly run over now as well. So instead of being about 300-400 mil, it's now up to 900. And that just gives us the extra DPS, which hopefully will save us time in the Abyss, obviously killing things. And yeah, we should hopefully be able to complete it. So in the highs, I've gone for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 heavy assault missile launchers, same as before. We have the medium nave scoped energy NOS. We've gone this time for the B-Type 10 MN afterburner, so we're getting even more speed than we did last time. We've got the 2 Fed Navy stasis web fires, which gives us the extra 4 kilometers range, because we were struggling with some things orbiting around like 9,000 to 11,000 kilometers, so just going outside of web range. Well, now we can definitely grab hold of them. We've also got the Republic Fleet Lodge cap battery, which is enough to make this completely cap stable, even without the NOS running, which is super awesome. I've kept the tank the same, so I've gone for an energized adaptive nanomembrane with 2 Tech 2 medium armor repairers, except for I've changed the ballistic control units from being the Tech 1 to now being the Dread Garista one. So again, a little bit more DPS should help out. Couldn't really do much with the rigs. I was going to take out the flare and put the rigger catalyst in there to help with obviously hitting smaller things, but it didn't quite fit, so I've kept them the same. So we've got the medium loading bay accelerator to help with DPS, and also the warhead flare to help with things moving super fast. Lots of nice things in here, just lots of ammunition really. We need the thermal for drones and the explosive for anything that is Triglavian. Everything else, like sleepers and all that kind of good stuff, has an omni tank, so we can use absolutely any ammunition we want. And this time I've also remembered nanite repair paste, so we can overheat safely this time. As long as we don't burn anything out, we can overheat and we can repair things up in between rooms. Drones, again, exactly the same as before. Gone for the Fed Navy and the Republic Fleet variants. Just because they've got a little bit extra survivability about them. So that's what they're there for. Now, I haven't actually put my implants in, and as you can see this time, I'm actually cap stable, which is cap stable. I can actually fit this without needing my CPU implant. So when it comes to the implants, basically it's going to be exactly the same as before, except for in place of the CPU one, I'm going to be putting, I forget which one of these uses the, oh no, let's go through them one at a time anyway, but last time I had to use the CPU one. This time I'm able to put a speed one in there. I think it's this one here. Yeah, a speed one, so we get an extra boost to our velocity, which is just going to help even more speeding around the rooms. So to start off with, we have the missile precision one, which is 3% reduced factor of signature radius for all explosive missiles, so we can hit smaller things better. I'm going to whack that one in. We've got the Deadeye as well, which is 3% bonus to all missile launcher rate of fire, so again, increasing DPS by shooting faster. We'll plug that one in. We have the 3% decrease in factors 3% decrease in factor of target velocity for all missiles. So if they're moving fast, it won't make too much of a difference. Well, actually, it just means we can help to apply a little bit more DPS. I wouldn't say it nerfs their speed completely. This one is 3% bonus to heavy assault missile damage. So again, more DPS for us. Nummy, plug that one in. And we have the last one here, which is just going to increase our speed. So without it, we can do 250 with no afterburner and 666 with one. Plug that thing in. And we now do 250 without one and 678 with one. Now, that doesn't seem like too much of a difference, but considering that we get a velocity bonus of 300-ish% when we go into the Abyss, I think it's 300%. I don't know if I've just pulled that number from thin air, maybe I'm completely off, but if I remember right, it's about 300%. Means that we're going to be getting a hell of a lot more speed than we did last time. So that's pretty much all we need, to be honest. And the only thing I haven't done for this stream, by the way, guys, is think about what happens if we jump into this first room and instantly get annihilated. So this might be a very short stream, or if we do get blown up in the first room, I don't know, maybe we can think of something to do with one of these. And I've got 2 of them. Where did I get the second pacifier from? I don't know. I don't even remember having one, but now I have 2. How cool is that? Yeah, maybe we can think of something to do with one of these ships, and we'll take it from there. So have a quick look at the chat again. Good evening, Greg. How's it going, sir? I see you have the dog's teeth in this weekend. Ah, yes. Right. Let's have a quick swig of water. The kids have run off with my normal water bottle, so I've got a giant one. We're drinking that lemon and lime water. It's too fancy for any of that normal tap water stuff. Oh. There we go. Right, so that's the fit and everything. Basically, we're just going to jump straight into it. Now, unfortunately, I didn't actually buy... I need to stop looking over there for you guys who are up there. I didn't actually remember to buy an extra filament for the one we didn't complete. So, unfortunately, we only have one Raging Dark one left. But that'll do. We'll take that with us. And we'll jump straight out and we'll get straight into it. Who have we got in local here? Xbox Gamer is here, as well as, like... Ooh, lots of other people. It's too early to be getting stream sniped, I think. I hope. Let's jump out anyway and go see what we can do. So that's very loud. I'm just going to turn that down. There we go. I don't think that affects the volume on your end. It just means it's a little bit quieter for me. Safe. Let's go straight to our safe here. Warp to within naught. Hello, Lord314. How is it going, matey? Nice to see you here. So I'm really enjoying streaming at the moment. Yes, I might not be the best streamer in the world. Yes, I forget what I'm saying usually mid-sentence. But it's so much easier. I mean, last night I finished streaming. I actually went to bed. I was like, right, we'll just turn it off. Job done. I went to bed. I flicked on YouTube for like 20 minutes and I fell asleep. And I was like, wow, I'm actually asleep before 2 o'clock. So for me, that's like something super awesome and like never happens. But yeah, it was quite nice. So I'm not going to say I'm going to stream every day, but expect a few more live streams to be popping up. Right, so... Okay, so I'm just checking the chat in like what are the 12 flipping tabs I have open. Let's just jump straight in, shall we? This might go really wrong. Pretty sure I'm completely ready. Got all my boosters in, got all ammunition with me, got lots of drones with me. Yeah, that's pretty much all we need. So again, not gonna try and collect all of the loot. I just want to get through this site. I'm better than Evo, thanks man. I don't even hear you say that. I just want to get through the site. And if we manage to get a cache or two, which is next to the gate, that's perfect. Other than that, I am not bothered. We just want to survive. So, first things first, we are in. Oh, let's get going. Who have we got in this first room? So, I already have Inferno ready, and we are down to drones, which actually are weak against thermal. So let's get going. We can actually whack all of our mods on because I am completely cap stable in this thing. So let's get these all going. I want these on kind of staggered. There we go. Formations. Any pillars in here? Yes, those are deviant ones, and a tracking pylon doesn't really help us too much. These ones seem to be coming over awfully quick. I've got the right ammo and everything in, haven't I? Yeah, let's get these locked up. Oh, that's not right, is it? Get by distance. Ah, I've locked everything up wrong now. What an awesome start to the fight. Alright, medium thermals out. Start for this one here. What is our speed then with this on? 1,180. So we are a little bit faster compared to last time. Let's just start applying DPS to things. We should have sort of... it's kind of... Damn it, I can't auto take that off now. Go for this one next. We should have some reps going on in here. What's repping what? Looks like everything's actually on me, which isn't too bad. Keep an eye on me drones again as usual. We should be far enough away from these short range things to actually care about them. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on them nonetheless. So just keep moving towards things, keep orbiting. Our tank should be fine. It's just whether we can actually take everything out in time. Gate's 37 away. So once I've got maybe half of these done, I might start moving towards the gate and get everything to follow me there. But let's just worry about taking things out first. Drones, again, a little bit of damage, but not too much. Take these out. I'm pretty sure these are the ones, the Field Weavers. They're the Logi anyway, so we'll just slowly start taking them out. In fact, we're also being ballistic controlled, nerfed by these things. Let's get them locked up and take them out next. Alright, Fed Navies are starting to go down a bit, so pull them back. Get the explosives out. And just carry on pounding away. Bogcaster, yeah, they're doing... What are they doing? Doing something. Guidance disruption. Let's just take them out, because, well... It's not nice, is it, being nerfed in any sort of way. Down you go. Keep an eye on the time. I know my face cam's blocking your view of it a little bit. But this is tier 4. Zoling, this is a tier 4. At least I hope I used a tier 4. It's possible I grabbed the wrong one. We're in the tier 4 dark sites. And yeah, my face cam is blocking the time for you guys a little bit, but I'll keep you posted. At the moment, we've still got like 17.5 minutes left. So doing not too bad. Yeah, this is a level 4. We've done level 1, 2s, and 3s in the last stream, and we're up to level 4. We already lost 1 Sacrilege in the last stream. This one is worth near enough twice as much, so I'm hoping the extra DPS and the extra little ounce of speed we're going to get from it will be enough to get us through to the end. You got rejected for my corp, Hugo. Maybe I just didn't like the look of you. No, anyways, I don't usually reject people unless like I look at you and I can see, I know you've come straight from I'm a spy corp.com. You know, you're usually pretty much in, so I'll double check that for you. It's possible it timed out. We'll get you in. So let's start getting a few more of these things locked up. That should be the last one gone, which is nerfing me at all. These things are a little bit far away. I'll start moving towards them while I lock a few other bits up. There we go. Grab that, grab that, grab that. I'm just going to slowly start burning towards this gate. Again, keeping an eye on my drones. They're getting a little bit of aggro, but not too much, so nothing to worry about yet. Once this one's down, we'll go for this one. I've actually pulled them into the I don't call them pillars again. The pillars that kill drones. I don't actually know if they'll take damage. Probably not. It'll just be my drones. But we need to start moving towards this gate anyway. Yeah, look at that. See, they're taking damage. So maybe I should have pulled them closer to this thing a little bit sooner. But, well, it's a bit late for that now, isn't it? Let's get the rest of these locked up. There's only one so far, which is degressed me and gone for the drones. So it's going to pull the drones back for a sec so everything comes towards me. Come on, come back. There we go, and I'll get the thermals back out since these are, well, thermals are better. And we'll just simply orbit the gate at like 500. So as soon as that gate opens, we can jump through. Yes, I know there's caches here, but we died last time we done this. So I am not wasting any time. We're going straight for the gate. In the last room, if we have time left, hopefully we'll get a bit of loot from the last room. I think we got 2 caches from the last time. And it was worth 48 mil from just 2 of them in the first room. So there is loot to be had. It's just whether we have time to get it.
A module has run out of charge.
Oh no. Right, oh, that's right, I was going to say, why am I not firing? That's because I've run out of ammunitions. Right, so they seem to have moved away from me, so let's just pull my drones in, because I'll probably aggress them. Wait till they come a bit closer. There we go. And I can get the drones back out again. See how everything's just come in, especially this one here is coming to like 4,000 KMs. Quickly grab him. Right, we're doing about quarter time so far, 14.5 minutes left. It's got 2 of these bad boys left. Start moving towards this one. I want him in range of the webs. Although thinking about it, actually my webs reach out to 14 this time. So I don't need to worry about them being within 10. Which is nice. Right, stay on top of this gate. I could have actually lured them to a cache. I'm going to cache while I'm still fighting. But again, let's just get this completed, shall we, rather than worrying about just getting all the loot. So I'm just going to hang on a sec. I'm just going to reload them. And they should reload whilst I'm jumping. Or at least that's the plan. Yeah, reload's still going on. I do vape, by the way. I hope it's not a problem. If I do start like smoking the screen out, let me know. Alright, so we've got this time. Perfect. Let's head towards the Drifter battleship here. And Drifters are an Omni tank, so I can use absolutely any damage I want. So I'm going to get the thermals straight out. I'm going to go straight onto that battleship since that's the most DPS. And we're going to take him out. And now there is probably something here actually, which is going to be probably repping him. Can we see what that is? If we can see the animation or anything? Not straight off, we can't. No, we've got 1, 2, 3 things which are going to absolutely annihilate our cap here actually, so let's get on to them as well. Maybe focus them first, because one of the times I have actually been destroyed in the Abyss as opposed to just run out of time was through being neutered to death. So let's just keep on top of these and take these out. Our tank is holding up absolutely superbly, so don't need to worry about that. I can't seem to see anything repping anything, which is strange. Usually there's something in here which will be like, you know, lodgy for these guys, but nothing as of yet. Alright, so this guy next. We'll get the rest locked up. Take these ones out since they're still quite badly damaged. And I can pop these a lot quicker than I can pop the battleship. So if I can take these out while the damage in the battleship still only gets up to, like, say, just over half shield. Again, it should save some time in the long run. Can I not range that with these? Yeah, I can. Just. Alright, last one. Let's get this one out as well, just because it is almost dead already. In fact, all of these pretty much started dead, didn't need to be honest. Let's move back towards that that battleship as well. Can you guys hear me okay over there, by the way? I hope so. I'd say I messed with the sound because when I was listening back to this stream on like just as a YouTube video, it did not sound really quiet. I had to turn my TV volume right up, so that is one thing I have changed. Hopefully the game sound is still there in the background, not overpowering anything. And come on, drones, attack this. And yeah, hopefully you can actually hear me without being shouting or whispering in your ear. I'm gonna pull those drones back just for a sec because they're being aggressed a little bit. And we'll go for the explosive for a little while. Like I said, these are Omni tanks, so we can use absolutely any damage we want. It's still going to be exactly the same. Must be drones that actually attack them while I'm attacking. We can probably turn that off because we don't need it. We're cap stable anyway. We're not being neutered. We're cap stable. We don't actually need to be pulling cap off this guy. And with time, we are now on 11 minutes. It's 3 rooms altogether, in case you're unaware. 3 rooms. This is the second now. And this battleship is going down slowly. This is why I tried to go for a little bit more DPS, just because it's mainly time I run out of, and well, as you can see, some things take a lot longer to kill than others. But he's going down slowly. There we go, shield's gone into his armor. That should go down quite quick, and hull should go down just as quick as well. So we are being webbed, but it's not a problem because we're within range and we're not aiming for anything. There's blue clouds and stuff which we could drag them over to, like here, but I'm not going to try and drag a battleship over there because it would take longer to get him over there than it would just to attack him here and take him out. So we'll go for these things next, just because again they're almost dead anyway. There we go. It's a shame we're like 1 shot off there. I'm going to pull these back, actually get the thermal out just because they do a little bit more damage. Not explosive. Oh, I've done it again. Sorry, just get whatever you want out. Take these out. Yeah, we'll sort that out as we're going into the next room. I done that last time as well. You can accidentally drag groups into another group and mix the groups together, which is a pain. You shouldn't be able to do that. I should say to you, you know, drones can only be in one group, but who am I to change it? Zolinger, as far as I'm aware, sleepers are Omni tank. So I can use pretty much anything I want on these. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I did say in the last stream as well that that's just what I'd read. I didn't exactly confirm it. I was just like, oh, that's cool. At least now I know what they are, and just went straight for it. So let me know. Time, we are suffering a bit. We're down to just under 9 minutes. There we go. So I'm just going to go straight for this gate now. Is there anything actually right next to the gate? No. Something next to me, but not next to the gate, I'm afraid. Yeah, straight for that gate. Let's see if I can sort these things out now. Come back. So it's these. I actually want to move them back to medium explosive. You're explosive, you are explosive, you are explosive, and you're explosive. And to be honest, you're saying why am I using thermal? I mean, if you actually go on CCP's website, they actually suggest that you use ECM, which I thought was a bit strange. ECM seems a little bit, well, naff, shall we say. So jump through to the next room. This is the third and final one. We're going in now with 8 minutes left. So we're not massively behind on time. I think we jumped into the last room with like 5 minutes or something, which obviously did not end well. We've got lots of battleships in here, so we might have the same trouble as last time. And now these, as far as we're aware, are weak against Nova, so we're just going to flick them over now. And then just start heading straight towards them. I want to go to this gate if I can. In fact, no, let's head towards the battleship. The battleships then again are enough on top of the gate, so let's just start taking a few things out which have come right up to us anyway. And then we'll jump straight onto these battleships. Doesn't look like there's any reps in this room either, which is nice. Just gonna take things out now in like the order of basically locked them up. And this one. Those less actually seem to be receiving repairs. What are they getting repairs from? What's repping them? Alright, so jump over to these then before they actually get repped up. We're now in range of that drone destroying this spike as well. We'll just keep an eye on our drones, we should be okay. There's one, let's get this one out as well. We do seem to be taking a little bit of damage, but our reps are keeping on top of it for now. As we start taking these battleships out, hopefully the DPS will kind of go down. Especially when we get closer to these second group of battleships, DPS should be gone because the tracking's going to be completely screwed. What am I heading towards? Get towards this guy. I'm not even hitting him now. Alright, get on this. Head towards this one. Let's get these locked up. And these locked up whilst we're on the way there anyway. Take this one out. I'm gonna get a bit closer to these actually before I open fire on them. I'll actually go for, doesn't really matter, actually just go for that. What's my range on these again? 17? Yeah, you're within range. I can at least use these for a little bit. There we go, now you're in range of this as well. So, eat my webs. Right, this, next, go. Get him. So that's quite a lot of battleships there. That was what, 3, 4, 5 battleships in one room? Yes, they're pretty much damaged, but it's a lot of DPS to be taken. At least from my point of view, that's a lot of DPS to be taken. And we seem to have handled it like a true champ. Zolinga, I haven't seen a comment from you since you said why am I using thermal, so I'm just going to presume that I am right and I'm using the correct damage type on that one. I want to head towards these next. What's our time currently on? We've got 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes, and from my point of view right now, I'm thinking that we might have actually done this one this time. Only time will tell really, but let's just keep going. These are quite far away, but my drones can actually go and engage them. It's not worth changing my ammunition to the long range, because by the time it switches in the 10 seconds, I'll probably be close to them anyway. Because like I said, we're doing like 1,000 meters a second here, which is awesome. There we go, within range of these now, and even within range of, oh, not quite, of the webs. Just in case he thought he was going to make a run for it, he's now webbed down. So there we go. Time, we've got 2 of these to take out, and we have, go away, we have 4.5 minutes-ish left. So actually looking quite good for maybe grabbing some loot as well. How far are we from the gates? Why is there 2 gates? What is this? Guys, why is there 2 gates here? Someone's going to have to answer me that because I really don't know. What is the difference? What's this? Proving conduit. What's this one? Just the original triangle. I'm so confused. Why have we got 2 gates? I don't know. Let's reload these actually while we're heading over there. Got 3.5 minutes and I'm going to be a bit screwed if I can't figure out what these gates are for. Are they next to each other? Oh, not far off actually, so we can always jump for. I'm going to jump for the original one first, the proving conduit. I'm not quite sure what that is. Maybe I should have looked that up actually before just jumping in here, but it's a bit late for that now. I don't want to go into that, Greg. Do you want to tell me which one I don't want to be going into? And Xbox, always having fun, matey. Always having fun. I've beat you anyway. We were doing a slow ladder, weren't we? I done level 1s, you done level 1s. I done level 2s, you done level 2s. Well, I'm now up to level 4, matey, so come join me up here. Proving equals PvP. Is that gonna, what, jump me into a bit of the space with other players doing the Abyss sites? PvP room which other people can come into. Okay, then the original takes you back to high sec. Alright, so back to high sec it is. Let's start taking these out actually. We have got, how long have we got left? 2.5 minutes-ish left, so we can actually start blowing these up. And I'm going to be going for the original one. The proving one apparently will take me to some sort of PvP area. So we're just going to completely avoid that and just start grabbing some loot instead. There's another one there. Drones, go blow that up. It's always good to blow them up with drones. I mean, yeah, I could slip out over there and give me drones a break, but I want to see if there's actually anything in them or not. Come on, I'm well close enough to open that now. There we go, 16 mil in that one. How long have we got left here? 1.5 minutes. Right, let's get some overheat on this. Let's go for that one, and then we should still be able to make it back to the gate, question mark? Yeah, we're right next to the gate, so we should easily be able to make it to this one here. Next one's 55 away. I don't think we're going to be making that. We could. Don't know if there's anything in it. Explosive, you're faster. Go blow that thing up, and let's go see if there's anything actually in there. It's close enough for that. Loot that, not too much in that one. Let's just start heading towards it without burning this thing out. It's fine for now. 1 minute left. Yeah, actually, no, forget it. Let's just go straight for the gate, shall we? Jump on through there. Drones come back. Actually, make sure we get out. Someone said I do need to have 20 seconds left because the animation to actually get out of here is 20 seconds, which is a bit of a pain. Maybe T1 next week, y'all. Alright, I'll read that in a sec, guys. We're cutting it far now. I've got 30 seconds. We're turning the overheat off on that now. I'm hoping this is the last room. If I jump through in this another room now, we are boned. 26, 25, 24, 23 seconds. So I'm pretty sure when I counted it last time, it was about 15 to 20 seconds for this animation. Hopefully we jump through before it decides to cut us off. Look at that. Literally 9, 8, 7 seconds left, guys. We made it. We are out of there, and there's no one here waiting for us on the other side. Let's get back to minus moon base and drop the goodies off. So what did we actually get? Let's reload this thing actually while I remember as well. So we only actually got 2 caches from that. 2. So I was really pushing for time on that one, but we still managed to get 2 caches. Didn't burn anything out. I can always repair these for free at my player owned structure. We got a decayed 1MN afterburner multi-plasmoid. That's what the things are called, multi-plasmoids. 113 Triglavian survey databases. That's quite cool. I think I've got like 200 in total from running like the 7 or 8 sites from the lower tiers. So that is quite cool. And we got 58 of these things. So all in all, about bink, bink, and bink. 21 estimated ISK, which again, it's not brilliant, but I'll take that. If you actually ran them over and over and over again and got your fit down and you knew exactly what you were doing, you could easily start picking up more and more caches. Right, so we only have 1 left, which is the tier. I mean, I should really have done 2 of those because the gauntlet thing which I've come up with is you've got to do 2 of each, and I died in the last one, but unfortunately I haven't got another dark filament to go into. By the way, we are doing a dark one, so anyone who didn't catch the last stream, if I just bring the info up for a dark one. I think there it is there. So if you view the info on this, ships will receive a bonus to maximum velocity and a penalty to turret range, which does not affect any missiles whatsoever. When I went in, I did check to see if all the numbers were the same, and they were. So it's only using turrets, lasers, railguns, all that kind of good stuff. It's going to affect that. But everyone gets a bonus to maximum velocity, and this affects the NPCs that are in there as well, which means that NPCs have to come closer to you because their obviously optimal range is reduced. And yeah, since they're also going faster, it negates their tracking, so you're less likely to actually be hit. So that's the bonus to that one. Plus speed, I think, is ideal in these sites. Ah, that's lovely. Mrs. is going to kill me in the morning. This is the last of it flavoured water and I'm drinking it. But I can't find my water bottle. It was in here, but the kids trashed it. Yeah, they come in here and I've got toys and stuff behind me. There's a little drone there they used to play with till they snapped the one of the rotors off. So R2D2 is actually remote controlled and beeps and stuff if you push his buttons. But the one thing the kids want to play with when they come in here, the tiles on the wall. I'll come in here, if I haven't shut the door properly or I haven't heard them come in here, I'll come in, they would have ripped all the tiles off the wall. So if you look at some of my videos, especially behind the computer there on my left, probably your left as well. So there'll be a whole set of tiles missing because they just come in. I don't know why, but they're just like, ooh, tiles, pull, and off they all come, which is so awesome. Yeah, so let's have a look what you guys have been saying here. So I didn't keep too close now on it because we were really pushing time in that one. Original takes you back to high sec. Okay, so yeah, I didn't know they were in there. I'd like to know if anyone can tell me what's in the other one. What's the bonuses to going into the other one? I'm guessing if I go into the... It's a fourth room I'm going to class as. If I go into that fourth room, I'm guessing my timer must end because there's no way you can do 4 rooms in the 20 minutes it gives you. Or at least I can't imagine doing that. The fourth room, it's a PvP room where other people can come into it. PvP and non-PvP is the difference between the gates. Yes, one is PvP dead room, the other will exit. Look at what Neil Rimmer said. Neil Rimmer, what did you say? Oh, proving equals PvP, okay. Greg, you said the PvP room has a 5-minute timer. If you can survive, you do get extra loot. Is it just a survival room, like do not die room, or have I still got to destroy everything in there to get out? To be honest, I may take T1 next week. That's fine, Xbox. You can do the T1s all you want. You'll still get loot from them. It's just obviously risk to reward. And, well, there's not much risk in the T1s. But the reward obviously reflects that as well. To be honest, I'm like, yeah. Get out, you fool, lol. I'm out, Rimmer. I made it with 10 seconds or 9 seconds left on the clock when I actually hit high sec. GZ hero. GZ, what does GZ stand for, Vinny? Good... Good zout with like shout with a Z. Don't know. But cheers, man. Nice big thumbs up for that one. Right, so that's one room done. I'm just stalling a little bit because I know next I'm going into the level 5s, and I do not think we're going to survive the level 5s. Which, have we got any other dark ones I could just quickly do before we actually go into them? Electrical, exotic, gamma, dark. Oh, we do have got a dark one. We've got 2 dark ones. Calm ones. Should we go in there first? What do you reckon, guys? Should we get a little bit more content and go into the dark? Because I can't imagine when we go into here we'll survive that much longer. And I don't have another ship to go back in. So let me know what you think on that one. Also, you do get different loot for the different types you do. So if you go into the dark like I'm doing, you get the propulsion multiplasmoids. Which obviously makes... In fact, do I have any afterburners to even test that multiplasmoid thing on? So 1mm one, wasn't it? No. But yeah, multiplasmoids obviously just make things better or worse, depending on like pick of the draw. Gamma gives you the shield booster and shield kind of mod. Multiplasmoids. The electrical one, I'm pretty sure it gives you stuff like the cap boosters. Large cap batteries, that kind of stuff. Firestorm shields, not shields, sorry, armor. So you get the armor plates and armor repairer, multiplasmoids. What else we got? Exotic. Let's have a look. What's your details? You usually tell by what they actually nerf. Bonus to scan. I'm tempted to say that might give you bonus to anything that affects your scan resolution, but I don't know. Not actually sure on that one. Do the big one. We'll just go straight in for the big one, shall we? Go on then, let's get the big one and let's repair ourselves up first whilst I remember. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm going to do if we fail this, because I haven't got a backup plan for what we can do next. But yeah, we'll jump in. So we need to take one of these things with us. I've even called me Sacrilege last life as well. Oh, let's remember to take these out. Let's not take them in with us as well. I only need one of them, not both of them. And these still are really, really cheap. I mean, this is going back at like 1 mil. I think when I went to GTA, I only paid like 1 mil for it as well. So these are really, really, really cheap at the moment. Alright, so let's undock and get back to our safe again. Who's in local? I've got to keep an eye on local because I'm part of faction warfare, which is, again, stupid of me. I need to get out this corp with my main. Toggle the auto tracking this time so it's not going to keep spinning the camera around every time I click on something, and we'll keep like the overview. So generally like this if we can. We've got next Rotom, part of Disowned Heroes. If you do want to join a corp, by the way, perfect time for him. So if we just show his info. There we go. No, not the info for the jump gate. Info, there we go. If you do want to join a corp, what have I done now? Pilot. Info. We'll get there in the end. He's gone now. Where's the info button? There. If you do want to join a corp, by the way, simply send an application to Disowned Heroes. Very nice, fun, friendly corp. Introduce to new players, returning players. We'll even take on anyone who's been playing for years and years and years and just wants to, you know, kick back and just try different aspects of EVE. So we'll take anyone in. We'll teach you the ropes. We'll show you about all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, send the application to Disowned Heroes or email me in-game, Disowned Heroes, and we'll get you in. If you are new to the game, which I doubt any of you are, but if you are new to the game, there's a link in the description down below, which will give you extra skill points when you first start playing, which can help you jump into bigger and better ships, get more DPS, fly faster, or even just explore space a bit quicker. So there is that out the way. Oh, also subscribe if you've not already, and like, and all that kind of good stuff. Definitely need to subscribe because I'm doing lots of cool things at the moment. And hit that bell notification to get all awesome updates about what's going on with this channel. But let's just get into our save, shall we? And get ready to jump into this large one. I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest, because, I mean, how much use have I got at the moment? I've got another bill on me. I think I've got another $1.5 in Plex on this account as well, which I only ever use Plex really to sell for ISK. I just seem to collect it every now and then and just sell it. Button not found. Oh, my channel's been deleted. I didn't even realise. But yeah, I'd rather not lose a $1 bill ISK ship, but for the purposes of entertainment and for you guys, so why not? You also might notice I've not actually put a skin on this ship. Let's just go with that. I've not put a skin on this ship because I think it looks friggin' awesome the way it is. It's like black with that chromy kind of gunmetal-y, stainless steely look all around it. I mean, yeah, we could whack a skin on this. We could easily go for... In fact, I think I have the cold iron one, but that's just going to look a bit boring. Blue is not as cool as being like black. That just looks silly. I don't like any of them. Jubilee one's quite cool. But again, you lose all the gunmetal-y, like, armor plates that look like stuck on the side. So, yeah, I'm going to keep it with this one. So, Hero, like me to get you back in corp. Oh, Xbox, you can, but I've got to wait 24 hours for my, like, privileges and stuff to earn in this corp. So, don't worry, I'll get myself back in. It doesn't really cause too much of a problem unless I'm going to GTAC, because faction warfare people like to gate camp one really important gate on the way to GTAC. I can go round it, but it means going through like low sec for 6 jumps, so it's not really a good alternative. Right, so I'm ready to go. Are you guys ready to go? What's the delay like at the moment? Did it catch up? So I'll just do this. Oh, it's well behind. I'm still drinking on that. Alright, let's just go, shall we? I've messed all my windows up now. Yeah. Oh, you want me to go now? I'm just stalling guys a little bit because I know I'm going to die in this one. Oh, I know it's to say. Alright, there we go. So you can use these for fleets up to level 5. Someone did ask in the last stream, so can you fleet up for all of them? The answer is yes. The button is there. I obviously can't because I haven't got 3 Abyssal Tracers and I'm in the wrong ship and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, you can. So let's jump in. And see what we're dealing with. I wonder what the jump is between 4 and 5. I was barely completing 4. So I'm going to imagine that unless we get annihilated, like actual our ship exploded. So we're just going to run short of time once again. But we're in. Let's close this. What have we got? Fine. Let's just go. Right. Fire Watchers, Wardens, they deal in, you know, repping things up. So we want them out. Fire Watchers, pretty sure they nuke me. So we kind of want them as well. Let's get the Thermalot since they do the most DPS. Start launching these things. And let's grab hold of them as well. So being webbed by the Wardens. Maybe I got that slightly wrong. Yeah, we are being drained there by the Fire Watchers. So we'll just grab hold of them next. I don't really want my cap to run out too quickly. So we're taking a lot of DPS compared to last time. Firewatch, yeah, let's go for that next. Stop our cap being drained, shall we? And you kind of want to stagger these as well, because then rather than healing a huge chunk and basically having one go to waste, it'll heal, 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 heal. So you're always getting heals from both reps, which is, well, a lot better than just getting heals from one rep every 9. Is it 9 seconds these things are on for? Yeah, 9.6 seconds. And these are only the Tech 2 ones. I mean, a lot of people are probably saying, oh, you need to go for faction or so officer ones. But I seem to do fine with the tech too. Our tank hasn't really suffered too much. Unless we've run out of cap as well, yeah, which we shouldn't really be struggling at all. Alright, so we've got one cruiser there actually, which I've just spotted, so I'm going to lock him up as well. I thought it was all frigates, obviously I didn't glance hard enough. What have we got? We've got no poles or anything here, which is nice. Let's start heading towards that gate as well, shall we? It looks like we've got a box right on the gate, which would be nice. Alright, there's that one gone. Go for this one next. Can I grab him from this range? Yes, I can. Oh wait, I thought that was the cruiser. It's not. That's the cruiser there. Alright, we'll take him out anyway. Let's zoom out a little bit actually, see what's going on. So nothing seems to be giving off the repping animation. Question mark? No, these things. Preservers. Alright, so we kind of want to take them out, but they're quite far away, so we'll just carry on taking these out for now. Drones are taking a bit of aggro, so I'm just going to pull them back now. And I get the explosive out. Just give them a bit of a rest, let their shields automatically recharge in the hangar. Right, so we're enough on top of the gate, so let's just orbit that thing at, I don't know, 1,000. There we go. Right, so I want this thing next, but it's a little bit too far away. It's slowly coming towards, so we'll just focus on a few frigates. Wasting a little bit of time waiting for things to lock up. It's my own fault for not actually keeping an eye on what I've got going on. But let's take these out. I'm not quite sure what they are repping or what they're doing, but they don't seem to be doing a very good job. Alright, let's take this one out now, and then we'll go for that Sentinel next, which just seems to be neuting me, but again, it's doing nothing. We're inside a blue cloud as well, so everyone's going to be taking a hit to the signature radius, which is fine for me. I'm going to be dealing more DPS to these guys. I don't think we've got any incoming torpedoes towards me or missiles. No, so it's not going to affect me really whatsoever. If this room was nothing but missiles coming my way, I might want to stay clear of this blue cloud. But as of right now, so we're doing fine. So one of these is taking a bit of a beating, so we'll just leave them out for a little bit longer. Time wise, we're up to 16, just under 16 minutes. Let's take this out, and then we've just got a few more little frigate things to take out, and then we are done with this room. Alright, I'm just going to pull that one back actually. I'm going to get my thermals out just because they do a little bit more damage. I've just pulled the wrong flipping ones out again. Outside of they can stay out now. Not wasting more time with them. It's not going to be a major difference, but it just is a little bit more difference in DPS going for thermal. This one, wear them down. I'm going to have to move towards these, aren't I? Because they're just not coming in close. Oh, they are a little bit now, actually. Right, grab these whilst they're close enough. There we go, and that one. I know, I'm sure we'll live. Pull the explosive back. Since I've lost DPS anyway, they're probably going to wrap themselves up faster than those drones can hit them. Get the thermals out. There we go, everything's reloaded. Let's go. What's the time on now? 15.5 minutes left. I think we're doing okay. Question mark. He's going back out now to 18 kilometers. Too far away. Let's leave my drones on him actually and see how well my drones do at tackling that thing on their own. Oh, he's come back. I don't know why he decided to pull himself so far away. We'll just switch DPS over to him then, since he is close enough now. Why are they getting... Oh, they're aggressing the drones, that's why. So if I pull the drones back, they'll all come back towards me. Might as well wait, they're in range at the moment. Still in range, leave them out actually. Outside of these. Alright, but now he's down. And the last one. And that's took a quarter of the time so far. We're just under 40, or just over 14.5 minutes. I am flying a Sacrilege, Jeff. It's quite a nice ship actually. It's not one I've really flown that much, and to be honest, I've trained it specifically for the Abyss. So we're kind of doing okay. It's getting a little bit of overheat on me afterburner now, just to get us back to the gate. And I'm going to pull these. I'm going to leave all the caches. Oh, there is one actually just there. So I'm actually going to go for that. Probably going to regret it later on, but let's go for it. And at least we can see what kind of loot we would be getting if we did get out. I'm overheating me afterburner just a little bit. So we're now up to 1,300 kilometers. We'll turn the afterburner off, or sorry, the overheat off. 22 mil from that one. So to that gate. Come on, come on. Turn the overheat back on for another cycle or two. Got us there. I'm going to turn it back off. Can I repair these while they're actually being used? No, I can't. Alright, well, you can always repair that, you know, when we're not using it. When everything's in range in the next room, we'll repair it back up. It's Sacrilege, Jeff. I'll go through the fit afterwards once we've died, probably, if you'd like. Right, so time. Let's have a look at the time in a second. So now we've got drifters. Drifters, I'm pretty sure, Omni tank. So we should be okay. What am I doing here? Well, first we need to start locking these things up. Move towards this. We actually have a battleship here as well. So we've got a null. Actually, I want these null ones out. They are going to absolutely annihilate my capacitor. Let's get the thermal out. I don't know why I've opened fire because it's not actually close enough yet. I'm sure the null ones, something new to me. I forget what the hell it is. Alright, something's also probably giving off reps. I can't flip and see what's giving off reps down there. Can anyone see what's giving off reps down there? No, I can't see what's giving off reps. We'll just hope that maybe there's nothing in here giving off reps. Let's go for that one next. Keep on top of me modules. We're losing it a little bit. Pull those hammerheads back because they're already starting to take quite a lot of damage. And wow, we are being kind of annihilated in this room and just a tad. Tank is holding now. Taking a lot of firepower, but we're on top of them now, so their tracking will start to be reduced since they're doing more speed. And their range is down. They've had to come closer in. So let's just keep plowing through. Time, we're nearly up to half our time, 12 minutes. Still doing okay. Not immense, but okay. Keep an eye on my drones as well. Could do with getting them into that blue cloud there, but I'm just going to keep plowing ahead as we are. What do we do? Starting to move towards this thing. That thing's hitting me quite hard, especially at this distance. Probably got optimal tracking on me. Although our tank's completely restored itself, which is nice. So don't need to worry too much about that. Let's actually lock that thing up. How much health's that got? That one's closer. Let's go for that. Alright, so he is nearly enough healed back up. So yeah, we'll get on to him next. Is anything giving him reps? Where is he? Oh, he's down here all on his lonesome, except for this lancer thing around him. Right, everything's gone and aggressed my drones. As you can see, I've kind of left them behind. They've not bothered following me, because why would they when my drones are still up there? So we'll pull those drones back. I'm going to get DPS onto this thing, because I'm just shooting at something now, which is far too far away. Wasting time again. Let's get on this big boy. Let's get the thermals back out. See if we can take this down. It's things like this which just eat up the time. I mean, yeah, he's not exactly hurting me, but he is just going to take a bit of a lifetime to get down. And for some reason, medium drones are missing him when he's got 2 webs on him, 2 Fed Navy webs in a battleship, and drones are missing. Alright, so I'm hitting him. I'm not hitting him very hard, but I'm hitting him. Drones not doing too badly. On about half time now, guys, down to 10 minutes 15 seconds. Drone's gonna have to come back in. They're taking a little bit too much damage. I'm gonna get the explosive out. Now, where's this battleship? Is he actually getting reps off anything? I can't really see. I don't think he is. This thing is orbiting in there. What is that? Is it possible that Lancer's repping him? How many Lancers have we got? Just the one. Alright, we'll wait till that Lancer passes back round. We might jump on him. In fact, there we go. Grab him. I think the Lancer might be repping him up, which is just being completely counterproductive to what we are doing. Drones are taking an absolute beating here. Get the thermals out. Time to push time now. 9 minutes 20 seconds. That Lancer's like dead. I'm actually going to jump onto some of these next as well. Just because why not? These are quite quick to take down. I just want to minimize the possibility of this thing actually being wrapped up. We'll keep orbiting the drifter. Let's not let that go too far away from us. Drones, yep, just getting out of into armor now, but we'll keep them out for a little bit longer. Alright, we'll pull them back because outside of range now anyway. If it's dark, your drones couldn't even hit a player, they're so bad. Yeah, that's true. The effect does also not help drone damage either. So they're all coming back slowly. Is it explosive next? Get the explosive back on that, finish that off. Why are the webs not? Webs on now. I'm just wasting a little bit of time now, getting a bit flustered. There we go. Everything's back on that battleship. That battleship's just going to take a long time to go down, isn't it? But he's going. So about 2/3 of our way through the time now, up to 7.5 minutes, or down to 7.5 minutes. Where's the gate? 31 away, right? So once I've killed this thing, I'm just going to start burning towards that gate. Hopefully things will follow me. If they stop following me, I'll just pull my drones in. They should all re-aggress me, and we'll be all hunky-dory. There we go. So now he's out of shield. He's going down quite quick. And all of a sudden, it's got very hot in here. I wonder if my heating or something's come on. There we go. So let's start going towards that gate, and we'll grab this thing since it's close to us. Take him out next. I know it says cruisers on the side, but looking at the actual ship, they're like little tiny frigates, don't they? Right, so there's one. Let's go for this one next. And yeah, he's stopped to aggress the drones. So pull the drones back. Let's just turn this off, actually. Let things catch up a little bit. Come on, you should be coming towards me now. There we go, these are. You'll do. We'll get the thermal out. Close enough to that gate now that we can just simply jump through. Let's keep our momentum going so we take less damage. Like I say, damage is not too much of an issue even in this higher tier site. We did come close when we first came in, but as soon as we got like within our optimal, their DPS was heavily mitigated by the fact that their speed's up. Their tracking will be off because they're at closer range and that kind of good stuff. Right, so this second room is screwing us over. We've got 5.5 minutes left, so hopefully we jump through to the next room and there's like one thing in there and we'll be all hunky-dory. But right now, we are really starting to push this for time. Hopefully the next room is as easy as like the first one was, and this was just like the more difficult one. We're on open fire again, there we go. I'm going to keep thermal out. I haven't really got time to be pulling you guys back just because you're taking a little bit of a beating. Right, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. Pull them back in, make sure they're actually in. There we go, jump through. Into the next one. Yeah, there's such babies, they're nothing like the originals. Don't even have their superpower, do they? Right, so we've got, do we have, these are drones. No, they're not, they're flipping Damavics. So we're using the right damage. Explosive is the right ammunition type for these. Let's just start heading towards that gate, and I actually start orbiting that at say 1,000. And yeah, now they're all close enough. Let's start annihilating things. Hopefully we can take these out fairly quick. There's a lot of them, but they're only frigates, so hopefully we should be okay. Question mark? We do have 4.5 minutes, so it's going to be very tight if we do make it. Oh, and if it carries on like this, it's not going to be going well. Like, that thing has to go. The Vedmak is actually repping them back up. So actually get on that Vedmak instead. Turn off, come on. Take him out. Anything else harrowing in here? actually just overheat a cycle or two on these. Just get that thing out. There we go. Don't want to overheat it too much because there is five or six guns altogether anyway, so they will share the heat between them, and they will go down awfully quick. And if I lose my weapons, that's it. So we're definitely game over. Right, so he's actually going outside of our flipping range here as well, the little cheeky sod. Get back here. Grab him. Close enough to that gate now that we can actually just fight here and not worry about getting any closer to it. Come on, that's taking a long time to go down. 3 minutes. I don't think we're going to do this one. It's going to be a case of we're going to run out of time again. Come on. Why is everything missing? I'm getting me thingy drained. But I guess that's what this thing's for. What's actually draining? There's this thing and this thing. Get back on that then. Alright, so that should be reps pretty much gone for them. Unless there's a frigate or two there, which is rep, and I can't quite see it. One down. Keeping an eye on that time. 2.5 minutes. I think this room's had us, guys. Yeah, bye Sacrilege. Go into the PvP realm. Might be worth it, mightn't it? Just see what's in there. Yeah, 2 minutes 10 seconds. These are not going down as fast as I thought they would. Have actually got both webs off on him as well. Still being nosed or neutered, but we're still perfectly cap stable, actually doing alright. Even without this thing, when we couldn't even turn that on. I doubt I'll actually get any cap off them now since they're frigates. Anything? Naught, yeah, so it's not even worth having that thing running. These are not going down at all as fast as I would have liked. Let's pull those Valkyries back actually, because they're doing like basically nothing. We'll get the thermals out, which have a little bit higher DPS on them, which is nice. Did I not just tell them to come back? Come back.
A module has run out of charges.
There we go, get the thermals out there. Keep them webbed down. We've got 1 minute left, guys. What do you think? Rest in peace, yeah. Just fit a Giller? Yeah. A lot of people are saying that, just get a Giller. I can't actually fly a Giller yet, I don't think. I fly a worm. Can't quite fly a Giller. How have I actually got these things going? Let's just overheat everything, shall we? Bah! Kill everything. Bah. 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 Yeah. Actually, that's not, because everything's just going to burn out instantly. There we go. Lock a few more things up. And what we can do, someone suggested the other day, is if we take that, and that, and jettison, yes. Actually taken off the kill board, if that's like the kind of thing you're into. So we've got 23 seconds. If I go, can I go into this thing even though I've not finished this room? That'd be quite cool if I could. It's like a free get out escape clause. It's 86 away, so it's miles away anyway. Where is it? All the way over there. It's not, it doesn't even look open. Alright, yes, that's the end of that. I just realised actually we had drones mixed into that. Did we have a drone? We did as well. We had an automated suppressor thing there as well. There we go. So that is the end of that. We've lost the we lost our second Sacrilege, but now we know they can run level 4s even with my stupid flying. And where's the game gone? Ah! Game has closed unexpectedly. Client has been reset. Don't know what that means. Let's just jump back in. That does not happen very often.
Connecting.
Get back here. Can't remember the last time Eve actually crashed on me. Probably the last time my internet went out and it was like, and it just kind of goes. Right, so that is that. How long have you actually been streaming for? How long did it take me to lose a Sacrilege? An hour. An hour and 10 minutes. It's not too bad. Could be worse. It could have died in the level 3 on like the first go. I've got a station container here. What's in there? Nothing. It's a bit random. Lots of cool things in here. This is my little station for collecting ship skins and random bits and bobs like these, which I'm never going to use because I have an awesome face mask on, because I'm just like, I don't know, like a Darth Vader wannabe with my little face mask on there. So I'm probably thinking of ending the stream here, guys, unless there's something else maybe you want to see. I don't think frigates can actually go into the Abyss on their own, otherwise I might have taken a frigate or two in there. Overheat confidence and drones. Yeah, I didn't overheat as much as I'd planned to. I was even thinking, you know, all day today I was like, how can I actually improve my runs from yesterday? I was like, you know what, overheat more. I'll take nanite repair base with me. I'll be able to overheat a ton. We'll do a lot more damage. And when it came to it, yes, I might have overheated the afterburner once, maybe twice, but yeah, I didn't do a lot of overheating at all. Especially when it came to the battleships, I should have overheated at least for like a few cycles at a go. So build the overheat up and then just let it cool down and then build it back up again. Overheat confidence drones. You could have died in the level 1. I can't remember the last time I actually died in the level 1. In fact, we've done the level 1s, getting all the caches and still getting out of like 5 minutes left. So yeah, not really going to run out of time in level 1s. MTU popping. You want to see me go around and pop some more MTUs? I was doing that the other day. Actually, it can be quite fun. Let's just change this back actually. So I usually have tracking on. Just not when I'm in the Abyss, because things orbit you so much. Honestly, it's like I can't do it now because the screen's obviously jumping. Honestly, the screen spins that fast, it makes me dizzy. It's like you're sitting there and you're looking at something and it's going, and you're like, you have no idea what's going on. It just makes you sick. So, wormhole exploration. Let's have a look. I think I've got an Astera there. I think I've got my Legion here as well. So we could always go do some wormholey stuff or pop some MTUs and high sex. Anything lying around here? There's an Orca, Venture, there's a little bit of a manning up in this system. Mobile tractor beam, but right next to a Varga, so that one's probably not an ideal one. You need, what's that? 3 filaments, and you need to put in a fleet, activate fleet. Yeah, I know we can do them as fleets. But I don't think you can go. I think you have to be in a cruiser if you're solo, don't you? I don't think you can go in 3 of you. Oh, sorry, solo in anything but a cruiser. Because I reckon you could do the level 1s and like a Kikimori. Easy. Love that ship. Alright, let's dock up back here. Let's see what assets I have available to me here. And maybe we'll think of something to do. Some exploration. Exploration is in like wormholes and stuff, because I can do that. Just put that away. Like I said, I've got a factory pacifier. I've been using my pacifier recently for exploration-y things. Or did I change the fit and make it combat-y fits? So we do have an Astera here. No idea if it's actually fitted, but it's here. What's on you? Nothing! So obviously I was well prepared to start using that thing. What's on this one? Oh, but you should be fitted. Yeah, so if we take off, I should have the... Yeah, I should have this frost line thing. Oh, what do I usually take off for this? Why is everything... Oh, I'm going to be CPU implants in, have I? There we go. Pink. Now all of them can come back online. Oh, that's right, because I have to flick between that and something else. Like I said, I wasn't really expecting anything after this. The Abyss and an Astero. Take the Astero. I can take an Astero. I'd have to go and fit the thing first. I can always just put... Tell you what, give me that off there. And we need to buy more Sisters Core probe launchers anyway. Give me the Astero then. We'll jump out in an Astero. You guys want to see like high sec, low sec, null wormholes? Anywhere in particular you want me to be taking this snazzy Astero? Where did that go? I've got to put the prototype cloaking device on. Because, as I said, I am in faction warfare, so as soon as I start making my way to Jita now to fit this thing, there will be camps along the way. So if we've got a cloak on, should be perfectly fine. We'll just jump. If I lose the Astero on the way, then that is it. I'm sorry, the stream will be over because, well, that'll be 2 ships gone. I'll be like, no, I've lost 2. Alright, so this is the one I can warp with, isn't it? Yeah. Nullsec. Alright, let's jump into Nullsec. Probably find a wormhole to get to Nullsec the easiest way. In fact, we could just jump, couldn't we? We've got a cloak anyway. Let's go Nullsec, see if we can find some sites. See if we can make some monies. What are my fits for this thing? Vigor to stare. I actually have 1 fit for this. That looks like a bit of an old one as well. I can tell if it's an old one probably by what drones I'm using. Yeah, look, I've still got EC hundreds on there. Yeah, we'll use this. We'll take it to null then. We'll spend another hour or so. Why not covert ops cloak? Have I not put a covert ops on? What have I just put on this? Oh, no. Oh, damn it. Stop. I can't cloak. I can't warp with this one, can I? What the hell did I have this thing for? Did I just pull that off the pacifier? Because I'm sure I had a cloaky warp thing on that. Alright, back to minus then, because it has to have a cloak on. It will just get insta popped as soon as we go through here. That has like cinnables waiting on every gate. It'll just get annihilated. So head back to here. Sorry guys, I didn't spot that. I thought I'd put the right one on. It's a good job someone called that, because I'll get to a gate cloak and be like, I can't warp! Ah! Panic stations! Alright, so we can always rejigger this. Just a little bit, couldn't we? So if we take that off, that obviously can stay. Sister's Core probe launcher can stay. Warp scram will keep. Micro warp. Yeah, that was for getting around the sites, wasn't it? Damage control, you can stay. Drone damage amplifier, you can stay. You can stay. Really? I had Ansel on here. Is it worth having an armor and Sylvie on here? I had 2 cloaks in my hangar. Quite possibly, I was a bit quick. Oh, I had 2 pacifiers. Yeah, I don't know where the second one came from. I only had 1. Someone donated me a pacifier and I didn't even realise. I do not remember. Oh, no, I did. I bought a second one because I was planning on taking 1 into PvP and I thought I'd like to have 1 as backup. That's where that came from. Anyway, let's get back to this. So, small ancillary armor repair, is it worth having one of those on an Astero? Because, I mean, it's only got like 900 HP anyway. By the time that goes to 10 seconds to bloody rep, I'll be out of armor anyway. Alright, so let's take off... There it is. Exit that simulation a second. Yeah, take that off. Put that on. There we go. Now we're better. Dual rep. Yes, I do like dual reps. Armor Ansel is the only way to go for an Astero. Fair enough. We'll keep that on. Let's get ourselves back heading towards Gita. Yeah, I wanted to fit. Simulation. So we want hardware modules. I am really leave the highs for now. I'm really liking the. Is it under scanning? Analyze, there they are. I'm really liking this thing at the moment. I think that's absolutely brilliant. Saves up a mid so I can actually do both sites because I do not care whether there's worse loot in the data over the relic. It's still loot. I'm still taking it. If there's one pops up, I'm having it. So we'll take that with us so we can do both. Propulsion, we'll stick with the micro warp. Yeah, I'm going to stick with the micro warp. So just put Tech 2 on to begin with for everything. I can always mess around once to find out what the limitations are. Let's go for the lows next. So medium Ansel for the armor. Can I get a medium Ansel on here? No, it has to be a small, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to put an oversized one on. That'd be quite cool. Small Ansel. Make sure I've grabbed the right one yet. Energized adaptive nano. Ooh, damage control. Alright, we'll put like a damage control on just for a little bit more survivabilities, and we'll put a drone damage amplifier on there as well. Where's Tech 2? There he is. Whack that on there. We could actually buy a Stratio. Should we get a Stratios instead? Power pump would help your reps. Those two I-tanked strats. Dual rep Astero. You probably might be able to get a dual rep on here. You'd have to take something pretty big off like that. I think I'll probably stick with just the single rep, to be honest, because it's going to be a lot more. I mean, we're already at 43 seconds cap stable with just that one alone. So we'll stick with just having one rep on there. What did I just take off then? Energized adaptive nano plates. Should we go for 2 drone damage amplifiers? Dunno. Let's put that on for now. Be the safer bet, wouldn't it? Right, we just scram, because if we do find anyone, we're just going to pop up right next to them, scram them so they can't get away. Warp, scram. And I'm thinking a web as well? Question mark? With 40 seconds, I mean... I'm tempted to go for a scram. I am liking scrams, I'm putting a scram on there. Oh, sorry, I say scram, I mean a stasis web of fire. And we really need to start using the correct terminology for things. Let's whack one of them on there as well. Right, highs, probably going to omit the highs. I mean, there's no point in putting one laser. Does this even get a bonus to lasers? Nah. We'll leave the lasers. In the drones there, we will put 5 hammerhead 2s. Go we? Hobgoblin 2s even. 5 of them, please. This can't fit 5, can't it? Yeah. No point taking it anymore. 5 would be enough. We need 9 repair paste. How much does this thing hold? Is it 8? 8. So we'll just have a second 8 in there, just in case. I wasn't even paying attention. Have we got through that point? Oh, we did manage to get through without even getting caught by anything. That's lucky, because I wasn't looking. Dual rep plus newts. Let me just fit this one, and we'll have a look at what strat I actually have like fits for. So rigs, probably. I don't use drone rigs very often. What drone rigs can you even get? Durability would be quite cool. There's no damage or nothing, though, is there? Oh, there is. Oh no, sentry damage. Speed, none of them are really very useful. It's on terrible. I've completely blanked on the rigs. Any ideas for rigs, guys? Yeah, it's a Frostline integrated analyzer. It allows you to do the data and the relic sites with just the same module. I don't think it's as strong as if you're doing, say, a relic site and you use a Tech 2 relic analyzer. I don't think it's as strong as that one, but it only takes up 1 mid instead of 2, obviously 1 for each. And whilst when you're doing the games, like the little mini game, you do lose one of your little spots at the bottom. Usually you have 3 spots. So to keep like, I don't know, the little repair tool, the shield, the little thing that looks like a needle that does damage every time, you get 3. With this you only get 2, but it's never really held me back before. Zungma 1. Hope I'm pronouncing that great. I'll correct Zungma. I'm just gonna hope you spelled it right. Maybe type that in. Zug. Zugma. Zo. That doesn't seem to exist anymore, I believe it did. I did think there used to be another one, I haven't seen it. So maybe they got rid of it or something. Flashy! Still don't understand why people take flashies out in GTA, because it's not going to last long.
Docking request accepted.
Let me know where you enter the wormhole. Alright, Jeff, I'll jump in. There'll be one character there called... My name is not Jeff, honest. Dark armor pumps would do. Yeah, let's put them on. Armor pump, where are you? Let's go for the Tech 2. How much is the Tech 2 on? 10 minutes fine. Let's put the armor pump on there. I'll take that up to 156. Resists. Oh, it's too bad. We could do with getting the explosion up a little bit. The explosion up to 67 to match everything else. And... nanobot maybe? I've actually had this flipped over to the right thing. 40. 82. A lot less cap stable, but... I'm presuming without this thing we are cap stable, aren't we? Oh no, we're not 5 minutes. Oh, with that thing off. Obviously if we're in a fight that wouldn't be on anyway. Cap stable with all them. 43 seconds with that. So we'd only get 4 or 5 bursts of that off before we became uncap stable. Until we turn that off and then we've got like a whole minute. Dual rep with the cap booster. Right, it's annoying me trying to fit this thing already, so let's just see what fits I actually have for the Stratios before we go any further. I used to have loads for the Stratios, it used to be my favourite fit. Even up this one from Wingspan. You want a 1.4 bill fit, there's one there for you. Which I can't even fly actually. Look at that. Enterprise Hero, what are you for? We got medium auxiliary nano pump, anti-explosion, cap control, NOS, oh sorry, newt, cloaking device, sister core probe launcher, data analyzer, relic analyzer, cap battery, 10 mm afterburner, cap recharger. That's an even worse looking fit than the one I had before. What are you? Wow. Oh my god, when was the last time I used these things? I have no idea what I was thinking for these. I remember the last time I flew one of these. Where is the strategic cruiser? 'Cause I'm pretty sure not long ago I actually set up. Ah, it was before I started naming them properly, wasn't it? You're kind of set up for... Oh, I don't know. I do exploration all the time. Why did I not seem to have anything set up? Guys, someone just give me a fit, please. Just go on game, message Disowned Hero, just share a fit with me, we'll use that. It'll be a lot easier than you guys, because it can take me flipping ages to set something up. What is this? Wahaha. Laser tank. High-sec can hunting, single rep hams. See, I started naming things properly so I didn't know what they all were. Because beforehand I'd be like, oh, it's a cool name, let's call it he. And you come back to it 6 months later and you're like, what the hell was that for? Guardians Gala ship dual rep. That's obviously when I was doing the Guardians Gala. Someone else's Legion there. Cheapian. Carb Warfare. Rugmunch. That's the one I've been using most recently. Hold on, I'm just going to steal someone's fit. Give me a sec, guys. I'll grab something. You guys can't see this, but I'll just grab something. Let's go for... I'm liking using the Astero since I have one here. So let's just grab someone's fit for that, shall we? Okay, Astero. What's going on in the world with you? Oh, excuse me. Do I want something super mega expensive? What's that one? No, that looks even worse than what I've been coming up with. This one? Nope. Alright, well, it doesn't look like I'm the only one struggling to fit these things. All of them look naff as well. Right, what was the one I had? Just go for the one I already had, shall we? We'll just maybe update it to Tech 2 stuff if I couldn't use Tech 2 when I made it. Right, so do I even need that anymore? Wait, I forget what that does now. Oh, scan probe strength. Okay, we'll keep that. Try my karma pump 2. Anti-explosion 1. Happy with that. Analyzer 1. I don't think I can actually use the Tech 2 of these. I never trained into it because I was always using the ones where... I don't know why I did that. I was always using like the... Oh, there's the Zugma one there. I've always used like these ones where you just 2 for 1. Brilliant for running for Tech 2. Yeah, I can't actually use that yet. Alright, so we'll take that. We're just going to take them off. We'll whack a frost line on there and we will put a cap battery just to make it a bit more cap stable. That'll do, guys. Yeah, I'm happy with that. You guys all happy? Lovely. Everyone says they're all happy. Let's go. Yeah, one sec then. Let's just get the... What drones am I using? Just get rid of them. Don't need them. Don't need flipping 7 of them. Go away. Analyzer. Frost line. See, the faction story doesn't bring up... Oh, it's because it was not highlighted. God, that's why. 186 mil is a bit expensive. 85 mil is a bit expensive. This costs 65. I'm going for that one. That's the one I've been using. That's the one I seem to be doing okay with. So that'll be fine. So I'm going to go for cap battery there, guys. If you have a huge problem with that, you've got about 15 seconds because you're like 15 seconds before. All the 2 for 1 analyzer is worth it. They can be. I'm not going to even say like these are boss. You should definitely get one. They're just as good. If you actually have 2... In fact, let's just show the info of it, shall we? So here's the attributes for it. So the virus coherency is 86, virus strength 86, sorry 36, and utility is 2. And if we look then at, in fact we can compare them, can't we? Forget they're in the same branch and quite easily compare them. CPU usage, none of that's really that important. What it wants is this. Multiple range I think is quite cool because these are quite low. Whereas this thing's like 6,000 is quite good. Virus coherency. So, utility, this is what I meant by these can have 3 utilities. I forgot the word for them, but the utilities. Tech 1 and Tech 2 can use 3. The Ligator can only use 1. Zegma, which someone else suggested, can only use 1. But the Frostline can use 2. Virus coherence 26, 30, 80, 20, 60, 40. So this one is a bit poor actually, but I seem to do alright with it. And is there anything else we compare on that? Oh, virus strength as well. So 20, 30, 26. So for this, higher the number, the better, I'm guessing, since the Tech 1 is 40, Tech 2 is 60. So this being like 26 is actually quite low. Didn't realise it was that low. That's a 30, that's 80. Right, I need to just give me an answer now. Should we go for 1 data and 1 relic? Oh, in fact, no. Do you know what? Why am I being such a bloody big bubble blowing baby over this thing? Take that off. We'll just go for the flipping relic one, shall we? There we go. Problem solved. Relic apparently has the better loot anyway, so we'll just whack a relic one on there. Cap battery or web? Well, if we run into someone unannounced, chances are we'll probably be able to take them anyway. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sneaking up on them in the first place if I couldn't take them. So I'm going to go for a cap battery because I do like to be fairly cap stable. If we get a medium on there. No, Shame's stable with a medium. And then he puts up to a minute. But without that running, that would be off as well. But up to 12 minutes, 2 minutes. For flip's sake, take that off. Sorry guys, I really wasn't prepared to be going out in this Dero. Not using micro vault. See if we can get an maybe an oversized afterburner on there. No. Just walking afterburner on there. 1,000 I should be more than enough. Cap stable a little bit better, and let's put a web on there as well. So if we do pop out next to someone, we are ready to take them on, right? So 2.5 minutes cap stable, and that's with this thing running. And probably once we're in range, you can probably take that off anyway, which still gives us like 3.5 minutes. So I'm happy with that. Just need to whack some drones in there. We've got 9 repair paste. We've got the combat probe, so that we need another 8 of them. So show the info. Is it 8 to use or 6? Yeah, it is. It's 8, isn't it? Right, that's fine. All you need now is some drones. Light, hobs, 2s. 5 of them. Okay, save as relic side web. Nothing really else special about that, is there? Just put a quick stream fit so I know where it came from. Save that. I'm gonna go reloading this, guys. Okay. Does that seem okay? Yeah, it's I kind of knew anyway that they were worse than having one of the single ones. So if you have one data and one relic, you will get better coherency and stuff on them alone than you would the double one. But the double one, if like you're kind of looking for relic sites, but you're also hunting other players as well, which is quite easy to roll into the two. So you just simply hit these scan and go, oh, there's someone in here, and another Astero or in another scanning ship. You know, you'll simply just look for them at the same time and aim to hunt them down. So having an extra utility or mid can be really worthwhile, as opposed to having to drop the web or having to drop the scram just to fit the extra data or relic one on, if you're rocking both. But yeah, let's rock and roll. We've got it set up now, haven't we? So that's saved. All I need to do now is simply hit fit. Oh, it's down there, isn't it? Fit ship. It'll tell me it can't because I don't have anything. So we need to buy all of them. 56 mil, thank you. Now I'm going to hit fit. It should happily whack everything in. Lovely, lovely. 5 drones in there, looks good. Lots of lovely probes in there, that's nice. Let's always get some paste in there. I only bring 1 set because the first thing I'll do when I undock, if I remember, is actually deactivate the auto reload of this. It takes like, how long does the small one take? It's still like 60 seconds for all of them, regardless of size. Yeah, 60 seconds to reload it. So in the middle of a fight, if you really want to stop your reps for 60 seconds, so you kind of want to deactivate the auto reload on that. But having the second set means that if I win a first fight, then I can just reload it and keep going without having to dock up. Right, so we're pretty much ready to go. Let's have a quick spy on the map. I'm going to go through a wormhole. I'm just going to jump back. If we head toward... I'm just going to go back to minus moon base. What's the date today? 6th, 7th. Oh, I forgot to take out a mobile depot reinforced the other day. We'll just kind of head back to here. Not what I wanted, it's just set destination. Because that's one jump into a low second, and we'll actually go through low rather than getting straight to null. Null to me is usually quite empty. So you either run into a big group of like 50 people or you run into no one. So we'll go through low sec, I think, on the way and just see how we get on in low sec, scanning things down. Right, so let's move these to light thermals. There we go, let's make that a bit smaller. Start our jumps now. Remember now that we're fully fitted as well, that we do need to actually cloak up on every gate, because I don't really fancy getting jumped because I'm not paying attention. We'll move that there. That can go there. That can go down there. I seem to be missing something. Anything hiding behind this? No. That can go down there as well. There is a logic to my madness with this. That's down there as well. Put them two there. There we go. So that makes sense to me. Obviously, everyone lays these things out differently, but I have things that will attack other ships on the top. So they're the things I need to be smacking. So as soon as I lock them from, smack the top row. Second row is kind of on and off, depending on whether I need them or not. So, for example, reps, I might not need them all the time. Might also not need me afterburner all the time. And lows, They're just like special, unique things. So like the relic analyzers down there, which won't be used very often. That won't be used very often, except when we first jump into a system. That'll only be used, you know, for a handful of times. So makes sense to me anyway. Where's my super awesome flavored water? Excuse me. This stuff's brilliant, and it costs like 50 beer bottles as well. Probably full of e-sugars and not nice things. Yeah, a little bit of fat in it. Nothing major. And a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of salt.
Warp drive active.
Wormhole, I'm hoping you're saying your name right there, is very excited for this. That's good to know, matey. I don't even know how many people we've got watching, actually. I can't tell from like the YouTube streaming page how many people are actually watching at the moment. I actually have to log in on my phone as a different account, then find my own channel and actually view the video from your guys' end to see how many people are watching. And there was 20 of you. Hey! Alright guys, how's it going? And if you've just joined us, you've missed out. We failed the gauntlet, although we did get up to the final tier. We lost one Sacrilege in the level 4s, and we lost one in the level 5s. Made nowhere near enough money to actually cover the loss of those, but well, it is what it is. It's not really a challenge, is it, if you're making money off it. It's basically work if you're making money off that. So yeah, actually remember to activate this thing. This is usually where the camps are. So let's see if there's anything here. I didn't know until the other day. There we go, there's a capsule coming out from our team already. I didn't know until the other day that apparently it's really easy in faction warfare to tank the damage from the opposing faction's navy if you're in 0.5 or below. And there we go, got a Loki sitting on the gate. Shit. I didn't. Damn it! I didn't wait for the cloak to finish first. That will make it back to that gate. Get that going, get that going, get that going. Where's my reps? There. Drones, go! Get him! That was silly of me, because now I can't jump. We'll just kind of orbit him really fast, maybe. Get a web off on him. No, approach him. Right, I screwed that up. Sorry, I forgot. If I actually attack him, I can't jump through the gate. I'm used to being in wormholes. That's my own fault. Not a problem. Actually, if we stay close to the gate, we can just simply jump. Oh, no, we can't jump back through. No. Go. Run away. Don't be jump through. No. Oh, I screwed that up so much. I hate being in faction warfare. I hate it. I've no flipping idea why I'm even in faction warfare. Your phone says 24 watching, 22. Ooh. Right, not a problem. Oh, but the other side of flipping G2 as well. Other side of flipping G2. Where are we, Samuni? That's strange. Someone who's at war with us is actually in here as well. Wait, I forgot to put GF in local. I've done that last time as well. And actually, when I was passing back through, I actually said it to them. I was like, GF, guys. Well, at least we can get back through with our pod if we really wanted. What time? How long have we been streaming for? I might just have to call it quits, you know, guys. I wasn't really planning anything else. 1 hour 36. 1 hour 36. What do you guys think? Do you really, really want to see some... I can leave. The problem is I can't leave because I've given myself stupid... That's the wrong window. I've given myself stupid permissions, which means I've got to prepare to quit. I can't just quit, which is a pain. Everyone keeps shouting at me, especially like in Discord and stuff. I'm like, I'm in the wrong corp, and I quit. And I do keep meaning to take myself out, but it's like, I've got to wait 24 hours, so I'm like, ugh, might as well stay in. Because I do plan on doing some faction warfare, just don't know when. But yeah, I've got to prepare to quit, which means it takes 24 flipping hours to get out. We actually have one office as well. Yeah, do you guys really want to see some exploration? Because if it's just like one of you guys want to see that kind of stuff, then I might leave it. Because I'm actually close enough to Minus Moonbase. Where is my Legion? We could always just go can pop on or something for an hour. We can just call it a night. Like I say, I really do like streaming. It's just, it's difficult when the thing I was planning on doing is finished and I'm like, oh, what do I do now? And as you've seen, doing something as simple as just going into Jita can be an absolute nightmare.
Active.
I even have a skin for this thing, actually. There it is. Cold Iron. Got the Cold Iron skin on my Corvette because I'm just one of those people who go around in my little Nissan Micra with the spinners on the wheels. Alright, let's go see what we've actually got in Jita. The pacifier's there. I'll just throw the relic analyzer thingy on that, and then we'll go. I think there's another way to quit Corp in the Corp menu. There is another way, I haven't really seen it. Bulletins, not really important. Recruitments. I mean, even if I was to just accept, like, is anyone, no, even if I was to accept one of these, it usually tells me I have to wait 24 hours.
Drive active.
Members, there's only like 4 of us in it, 'cause it's a brand new corp, this one. Maybe just starting it off. Standings. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. If there is a button somewhere, let me know and I'll jump out of this flipping corp. You can't play yourself, so you're quite happy watching anything. It's fair enough. I used to do that all the time in work. Used to have Twitch on. I'd just be watching people play for like 8-9 hours straight. What have we got here? Kill reports. Well, we know exactly what we lost because we just fitted the thing. There it is. The problem there was, and I didn't even check, because I jumped through the gate and I was like, okay, there's someone there. So I had to go and I looked down and my cloak wasn't ready to activate. And I know those guys lock awfully quick. Set the wrong destination. Anyone jump out. Those guys lock awfully quick. And then my second mistake was I made it back to the gate, but I stupidly told my drones to go and attack. Because honestly, I can't remember the last time I was in a war on a gate. It's usually around wormholes, and you can just jump through regardless. Oh, here we go. Someone's give us a Stratios fit. Lovely. I wonder if I could buy all that Vox 7 to go into Jita. It's a lot of drones out there. Do you actually need all those drones? I tend to take the bare minimum, maybe 1 extra flight, unless you plan on getting into a huge fight where you're going to be there ages and people are going to get to the point of actually popping your drones. Steel plates. Alright, we'll save that one. Just for kicks and giggles anyway. That's the thing, I don't think I can actually give up my roles. I think the CEO needs to do it for me. Which luckily, CEO is me. Corporation, members, where's the roles again? Role management. Yeah, you see, look, I'm actually a director and I can't take that off. I think that's where I've gone wrong. I gave myself, because when I set it up with that old combat hero setup, because yeah, it gets used for like, well, PvP stuff, which is why I think it was stupid I put my main in there, since I've already got my PvP alt in there. I was like, what have I done that for? But it made sense at the time. Need exotic dancers, yeah, I'll have to get to some of them. But yeah, so I made Disowned Hero because obviously he's like the main character. He's the people were emailing to get into the corp. So I put him in there, made him a director. And then now I can't get out without waiting 24 hours, which is great. Right, so what have we got here? You are useless, although I've got a full fit for you if we need it. I've got a full fit for this thing, but you're kind of useless. Could do missions and that, but I'm involved in faction warfare, so that's kind of... We could do some faction warfare. Guys, should we just do some faction... Why did we not think of this before? I'm involved in faction warfare. Shall we do some faction warfare? Should we go see if we can claim some stuff? What would I use for faction warfare? Fat baby, that's an awesome ship, like. We could do some faction warfare quite easily. Member management. Member list. Member enroll. Title management. I kicked myself from here, maybe? Quick operation. Move or just confirm quit. You, sir, are a genius. Greg, you found it. Oh, that means we can't do faction warfare now because I've just left. But you've done it, Greg. You figured it out. I didn't know you could do that. So that's how people were telling. People were just saying, they're like, just quit core. I'm like, I can't. You keep telling me to wait 24 hours. I'm like, no, it doesn't. So I'm like, yes, it does. It's exactly what it's saying. Wait 24 hours. There we go. So I can quit the corp. Now I'm into no corp. Xbox, are you online? Yes, you are. Xbox, invite me to corp, please. Let's get back in my original one, which you will not be leaving again. Alright, so yeah, sorry. If you do want faction warfare, I'm sorry, I've just left. So yeah, we'll go back to Jita and we'll go get the. Oh, go get the shippy majiggy. Yeah, and we'll go do some things. Come on, Xbox. I could always just send an application, couldn't I? You should get a notification for that. Give you 10 minutes. You haven't got 10 minutes, Xbox. Do it now. I'll just whack an application in, mate. You just accept it whenever you can. Where's the apply officers? Let's join. Let me in now, Xbox. Pretty face. There we go. Right, so now I'm not involved in faction warfare. We can take this thing, because this thing warps at 10 AU a second. It is super fast. Although now it's not fitted properly. Sorry, just give me one of these then. Definitely that one. With the skin on. We need the skins. Oh, Xbox is in the Abyss. Fair enough, mate. You take your time. Get back to Jita and we'll refit that Astero. So we can refit the Astero, no problem. And we'll go out and we'll go do some stuff. The only other alternative is we can go back into the Abyss if you want. Maybe do the level 3s rather than losing more ships in level 4s and 5s. Can't do faction warfare too much now. I haven't even got Jita save no more because it's a flipping. Oh, there it is. We could do faction warfare, but that means we're going to go back into the club I've just left. What else can we do? We can go pop in some cans in high sec. Get a new haircut. I've only just had my haircut. Leave me alone. I like my hair. Although it doesn't feel right. It feels like the fringe just fell down. I like my hair. I can see myself in the reflection, and I can tell you now, I look good. I think what you mean is get a new colour. Yeah, I was blonde on top before this. I'm red now. Try blue next, shall we? Yeah, come on, Victor. I thought we were friends, mate. What's going on? You made me cry. I'm gonna have to go into my crying corner. That's why the panels are usually off the wall. It's not because the kids pull them off. It's because I get upset and like lash out at my own stuff whilst I'm crying. I've recently tried out wormholes thanks to your vids. Wormholes are brilliant. I actually feel safer in wormholes than I do in high security space. I don't know why that is. I just do. I like the fact that no one knows you're there. So you jump into a wormhole, you hit D-scan, you don't see anything. You're like, ah, oh, no one knows I'm here. I mean, yeah, they could be cloaked up, but chances are you're cloaked up anyway. Is that me? No, it's not. Like it looks perfect for headphones. Yeah. I need new headphones. I've had these for ages now. I need some new ones. These are only meant to be temporary replacements. These are M50Xs? Ah, stuck some hair. Oh no, these are M40Xs. I used to have the higher ones. It was M60s. And I broke them. So I bought M40s as a temporary replacement, expecting to get the M50s, because apparently the M50s are better for like gaming than the M60s. Getting all technical here, like, but yeah. These were meant to be temporary. I wonder if Sennheisers would be nice as well. Yeah. Wormhole gas mining, we could do that. I'm actually completely set up and ready to go on that. If someone else says, Joe, they want to see that, then that's exactly what we'll do. If you want to see me do some wormhole gas mining, just let me know right now. I can let you just switch account and we'll be straight into it. Alright, so we'll jump back in here and they'll be back on the gate once again. I forget the names now though. That even could be one of them there. No, probably not an arbitrator actually. Probably waiting on a gate somewhere. Wonder if they'll recognise the name and just insta-attack me and get concorded. That'd be quite funny. They'd be like, it's him. And I'd be like, no, it's not. My hair always gets caught in my headphones. Mine gets caught on the top, but that's mainly because I use hairspray. I sound all gay now, but even if it's like completely dry, when I pull my headphones off, it still manages to stick to it. Yeah, they're not even here now. Just must have been unlucky enough to be on this gate. Yeah, you'd like to see how the wormhole gas mining works? Not a problem, guys. That is so much simpler from my point of view. It's so much cheaper if I do actually get blown up, so we'll just dock up here. So much cheaper if you do get blown up, and it makes me a little bit of money. So let's do that. I do need to jump to an alt because this character no longer does any mining whatsoever. If we actually look at the skills... Shame they brought out this new map thing here. It's a shame they didn't bring one out for the skills. So if you wanted to see your mining skills, you'd just go bing, mining skills, and you'd have numbers. So if maybe for the different ships or something, that'd be so much more handy than this stupid thing. I have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to be doing with this. I mean, I'm not even near level 5 for anything. Where is combat? Non-capsulator getting quite high. That one's getting quite high. Once you get to level 5, do you get like a reward or something for that? That'd be quite cool if you do. But then, yeah, when it comes to skills, all we have to go off is this like big ass like list, and it's just, it doesn't really give you a good overview, does it, of how well you're actually doing towards training for things. But yeah, this one does no mining really, or PI. Where is mining? What's that come under? Resource processing? Oh, okay, so you can probably fly adventure, and you can do salvaging. That's it. Yeah, so we'll just jump. Give me a sec. We'll just jump to another one. Miss Hero is our mining gal. Can I show some fits and skills required? Of course I can. Bestie? Beastie? I'm not sure if that's meant. It does say Bestie, but I don't know if maybe you meant Beastie. That'd be quite a cool name. Super Beastie Gaming. So Miss Hero is our gas mining gal. I think she's in a haul. No, she's not in a haul. She was hauling things about. Right, where are you? Please tell me you're near Minus. You're exactly in the station we need you to be in. There is our gas mining thing there. And if we have a quick look at the fit for this one, it's exactly what I used, I think, in the last video. Except for I need to switch that. Do I have... Xbox, do you have a micro warp handy I can steal, please? Really need to get a micro warp on this thing. But I don't seem to have one. None of these will have one. Do you have any in here? Guys usually leave bits and bobs hanging around in here. I'll just steal one. It'd be so cool. Is it Orpheus there? Whose is that Orpheus? I want it. It'll be mine. No, I'll just have to stick with the afterburner. Afterburner's not a huge disadvantage. It's just, you know, might get an extra cycle or two in going between the clouds. Alright, so I'm not going to bother checking the cost of these gases. I'm just going to go off the cost I had last time. So if we go into my utilities and notepad, in here I made a massive list on the 24th of the 2nd with the most expensive gas being at the top to the least expensive gas being towards the bottom. So when we warp into a site, there'll always be 2 gas clouds. Simply just want to go towards the one that's worth the most. If we go to a class 3, luckily I'll find a class 3 again. That'll be basically between these 3 here. So it's okay. Anything less than class 3 is kind of these ones. And these ones here are like class 5 and 6. So yeah, let's just jump into it. Oh, let's go through the fit. You said you wanted to see fits for things. Okay, I'm happy to show you fits for things. Just tell me what you want to see a fit for. Don't want to waste my time showing you a fit for like a Tristan if really what you wanted to know is how do you go salvaging. So do you actually have anything? No, not really. There's some gas I've actually already got. Not worth a fortune. I've not been doing it for long. I've done about 4, maybe 5 trips out. Just for kicks and giggles, really. So here's the fit for this one then. We have the core probe launcher ones. Obviously, they're kind of a must to going into wormholes. Nothing in the cargo. Gas cloud harvester 1 and gas cloud harvester 1. Now, these things here, basically all the meta ones and the tech 1 ones have the exact same mining yield. They don't mine faster. They don't mine more per cycle. They're exactly the same. The only difference is how much like fitting requirements they need. So there is no advantage going for, say, this one or this one over the class 1 So they all do exactly the same. Class 2s, however, do mine a bit better. And I'm pretty sure the faction one mine's the same as well. Where's that gone? It's still there. Let's compare them. Pretty sure the mining yield for that is exactly the same. Mining them out yet. See, all mine 10. Auto range, all the same. Activation time, all the same. The only different one is the Tech 2. So there's no point going for this mega expensive. That one hasn't even got a price here. But like this mega expensive one for 79 mil, there's no need to go for that over the standard Tech 1 one. The only difference is the fitting abilities. So if you want to waste your money and go for that, you can. I've simply gone for the Tech 1. We have a medium as rock restrained shield extender, a limited adaptive invulnerability field, a 1MN mono propellant enduring afterburner. Although a micro warp is so much better, I just don't have one, and an inertial stabilizer. And we also have friction nozzle, polycarbonate housing, and anti-EM screen. Now, when it comes to ninja gas harvesting, you kind of want to be ready to warp out as fast as possible at any time, because the sites in wormholes are guarded by seekers. So when you jump into a site, you'll be there for 10, 15, could even be 20 minutes, and then you'll get sleepers will warp in, and you want to get out. As soon as you see them on your overview, you want to line out and get out of there. And the frigates can lock quite fast and can get a few shots off on you before you get out. And being in one of these things with 177 HP armor, 1000 HP structure, if 2 or 3 of those things lock you and get a few shots off, it could quite easily pop you. So you want to align out as fast as possible, hence the inertial stabilizer. So when it comes to skills for this, you kind of just need the basic skills to be able to fit these things. So I need hull upgrades for the inertial stabilizer, normal shield. I'm not going to go over these because you should know normal shield and things. For these, you must have mining up to level 4, and then just simply get the gas cloud harvesting 1. There is no other gas cloud harvesting skills, it's just that one. Scanning, again, really simple. You can use a basic core probe launcher like I've got on here. I'm not even using the sisters one, am I? No. And for that, you just need astrometrics and science. Rigs, you can pretty much use any rigs you want, but to get rid of the drawbacks, just simply look in the description page there, and it'll tell you I need shield rigging skill to take the drawbacks away. So the drawbacks for this are 10%. Not quite sure what that means, but I just know that obviously the lower the better. Alright, I always go venture. Losing them often doesn't sting as much. Exactly. Plus they have the +2 warp core strength, so if something does maybe lockers, even if they've got a scram on there, they'll need 2 of them, or like a faction one, to actually be able to pin us down. Xbox says here I put my gas in hangar 1 moon miner. So you also have some gas here as well, do you, Xbox? You did not, you're lying. I don't know, Xbox reckons he had gas here somewhere, but he obviously hasn't. I have my own gas in my own hangar, so yeah. Yes, that's pretty much. Does anyone want to know anything else? I mean, we're not planning on fighting in this thing, hence I haven't even brought drones with me. I mean, we're nowhere near big enough to be able to take on the rats that warp in, especially if we get to like a class 3 wormhole, there's cruisers and stuff warp in. You're not going to be taking them on in your little venture, so that's pretty much it. So all we need to do now is undock, go and find ourselves a wormhole, and off we go. Right, so scanning, really simple. I'll try and keep everything on this side so you can see. No, it's not there, is it? It's here. Wink. Give me an overview handy though so I can actually see what's coming. Pinpoint, there's nothing here, is there? Oh, there we go, cosmic signatures. You can keep anomalies open because gas sites do appear as anomalies as well. I don't know if they do in wormhole space, but never like high second like they do. So what I need to do is just see if I'm going to take them off because they're annoying me already. There we go. Double click on here, which one you want to go for. Always have them listed by ID, because that way they stay in the same order. If you list them by signal or distance or anything like that, they'll jump around and you can end up just getting like 3 different ones when you're actually aiming for the same one. Hover over the center of the anomaly like that. Make sure you're inside the bubble. If it has a bubble, hit 0. Or for me, I've set a shortcut to 0. And off your scan probes go. Also, the prospect has twice the cargo, and a prospect can tank the explosions. Is that the Tech 2 variant? I forget the names of them after time. Or prospect. Yeah, the prospect can. It can also have the cloak on as well, which can come in really handy. But I can't justify the cost of 25 mil. You're gonna have to get quite a few holds of gas to be able to make that back, and then it takes you to be popped once, and you're like, ugh. So I'm now in the negatives, whereas half. If I manage to get half a load back in this thing, then I've already made the money for the entire fit, which is good. Where did that go? There it is. Right, so we've scanned it down a little bit. We'll simply go over it again. Narrow our search field or scan distance. Scan it again. Now this character's not too trained up for scanning, so it might take an extra attempt or two compared to Hero, but I'm sure we'll live. And again, just narrow it down. Make sure we lined up on all axes. It's always good, actually, if you use this top axis to move, just grab the block and move it around like a full 360 degrees. No, you don't need to worry about the arrows up, down, left, or right. Just move it anywhere you want to and click on it. And then just use the side one. And then just use the arrow to drag it down, and you'll be perfectly lined up every time. So you only have to worry about 2 axes then rather than like 3. And there we have a wormhole already. How cool is that? Now, the ones in this system were usually quite lucky. Typically, like the last like few weeks I've been going into them, seem to be class 3 straight away. Don't need to go for class 1s or 2s. It's simply jump in. Well, hey, class 3, off you go. So hopefully we'll have the same luck here. If not, we'll just jump through a few, because I always like to go to class 3s. So if you want to know what class they are, I cannot tell usually by just looking at them. So I simply go to Zkill, which actually already I've loaded up, and just type the name of the wormhole into Zkill, and it'll tell you at the top class 1, 2, 3, or 6, or whatever you're in. If you go into it, oh, I didn't even check the night. If you go into like a class 5 or 6, you will get the super expensive gases. But those systems are usually owned by someone, and you'll probably find that as soon as a system comes up in the morning, or as soon as an anomaly appears, the corp who owns that wormhole will have ran it. So you'll be very lucky to actually find any of the higher gases unless you're living in wormholes. Not saying it's impossible, but the locals tend to get first dibs, and yeah, they'll definitely be going for that stuff because it's worth a lot of pennies. I've lost you guys now in the chat. Where did you go? There you are. What's the hotkey for changing the distance in the probes? I'm not sure what the standard hotkey is, but I can show you quickly before we jump into here what I use for mine, because it's obviously just 3 fingers and it makes sense to me. So if we go into settings here, and you want to go into shortcuts, and it's actually under combat, which is actually already highlighted for me. Go to combat. It took me a while to find it because I was looking under navigation and all sorts, but if you look in combat, you've got refresh probe scanner. I've set to 0, so on your keypad the number 0 next to 9. If you go to, where is it, increase scan probe, it says equals there, but when I look at my keyboard it's got a picture of a plus because that's the alternate key, and the little dash for decrease is actually a minus. So I've got plus and minus to make it larger and smaller respectively, and the 0. So all 3 keys right next to each other makes it super easy to actually scan things down. I'm not sure what the defaults are. I want to say that maybe these are one of the things that is not already assigned to like a short key, possibly. But yeah, so that's what I've set them to because I know then what they are. And like I said, it just makes sense. In my mind, I'm like, plus makes it bigger, minus makes it smaller, 0 is like a circle, off you go scan in a big circle. Tripwire is much better. I haven't actually used Tripwire, to be honest. I only figured out the other day, someone mentioned on one of my videos, that you can actually put it into Zkill. Before then, I was literally just guessing by what size ship can go in. If it said like medium or small ships can go in, I was like, it must be like a 1 or 2. And if it said anything else, I was like, it's 3 or above. The joke doesn't really matter, it's 3 or above. Alright, so we'll jump in here. I know there's loads of websites you can use which will like map out. Why do I feel smaller? My chair keeps going slightly. There we go. Keeps shrinking on me. Yeah, there's all sorts of websites you can use which will show you ways ins and out. And I've just rearranged myself now, so I'm still on the webcam. If I sit up straight, it just cuts my hair off. But you don't like me hair anyway, so I'll just sit like this. There you go. Now you can't see it. Alright, so let's view the info of this thing. Let's have a look. So this is a leads into unknown parts of space, so it's definitely leading to wormhole space. If it says like dangerous parts of space, you get into a super dangerous wormhole. That's like C5 or above. If it says high sec, low sec, null sec, then obviously that's where it's going. High sec, null sec, low sec. Alright, so we'll jump in. I've got Zkill open here, and we'll just type the name in. You get 30 seconds, the same as on a gate for your cloak, so you don't need to rush around too much. So it's J1206 3 and 4, and this is a class 2, so not quite class 3, but it'll do for now. So all I want to do now is bookmark the exit. I'm just going to call it exit and save that to my personal locations. Although before I do that, I need to actually delete the other like 4 exits I've got here. Remove that. Remove that. Still got a lot of time on my cloak again. You don't need to rush and panic. Remove that one. Remove that one. And remove that one as well. Alright, just going to save that as exit, so it's in my save now, so I don't need to worry about scanning it down later on. Got nothing on descan. Descan is on my other screen. I'm not going to drag that over because I'll have too many windows. Simply click all. Go to something within descan range because I know there's nothing here, and simply warp to it within 100. I am going to cloak. So I remember to bring my probes. I did. I am going to cloak, which is a bit of a pain, but I've not been blown up yet. I'm going to make it safe on the way as well. So when I get roughly halfway there, about now, simply hit enter on that because it will bookmark the safe or create the location once you hit enter, not once you hit Control B, which is the shortcut, by the way, for creating a bookmark. And we'll just walk back to that now. No, don't edit it. Walk back to there at 0. And then from there we'll get our scan probes out. And since we can't cloak, if you hit V, that is a shortcut for your descan. You just need to keep on top of that. Because unless someone makes the exact same safe we just have, they're not going to be able to get to us. If they use the combat probe scanners, which do appear on descan if you have your descan set correctly, so you'll be able to see them coming. Alright, so here we are. So basically we have lots of signatures in here. How cool is that? It's a bit weird actually looking this side for me. Signatures. So we're just going to start scanning away, to be honest. Let's get these back out in this kind of pinpoint formation. And we'll start scanning away. So yeah. Down, just go up across with that one. 0, I know we'll make it smaller, and then V. I can see I've got my own core scanner probes on there. Nothing else within 14 AU. They've actually disappeared now. But yeah, I know I'm perfectly safe sitting here. No one else knows I'm in the system unless there's someone cloaky in here. But if they're cloaky, then they can't uncloak to do the probes to come fire me. And if they do use the probes to come fire me, I will see them coming. So that's why I think it's safer than any other system, to be honest. So we'll just start nailing, scanning these things down. Where have you guys gone again? There you are. Hello. C4 and Deadly would be C5, I think. There's a Dangerous as well, which I think is a C6. And I know there's one that says Dangerous. But like I said, usually I don't... Oh, why did... Sorry, my fingers are too big for the keys. I'll smack both the buttons at the same time. I'll just keep on descan. Usually when people see an adventure anyway, they're like, oh, they won't bother. Because not everyone's actually got the correct, points to be able to actually grab a venture with its warp core, stabilization bonuses. So I wouldn't say you're immune and you're safe, because even I'll go for a venture even though I know I can't grab it. They have that lower tank. Usually if you can pop out right next to them and get a few shots off before they react, you can sometimes blow them before they even escape, which is good. I didn't know it was remappable. Never checked combat tab. Yeah, you can remap things. You can remap pretty much anything in this game. If you really wanted, you could probably play this game with just... That's just a wormhole, don't want that. You could probably play this game... In fact, I might as well, because I might need to jump through it. You could probably play this game with just the keyboard. I mean, these have short keys for them. Double click the screen. I can probably change that if I wanted. I could do this near enough entirely with flipping keyboard. If I tried hard enough. I've got a dripply nose now. Alright, my over me cold now. So slide. Dripply nose. Alright, so we've got one wormhole, so if there's nothing in here, we can always just jump out to another one. But let's move on to the next one. Now what I'm going to do, it's one of the only times, usually I'll jump into an anomaly as soon as I scan it down, is during the gas cloud harvesting, because it takes that long to mine the actual gas that you can spend that time whilst you're mining, actually scanning down for the next one. Just saves a little bit of time. The only disadvantage is, I know if I'm in a system and I've scanned down all the anomalies and I'm waiting for someone to come in so I can maybe have a go at them, I'll watch where their probe scanners are going, and if I see like they're all hovering around one relic site, then all of a sudden the probe scanners disappear, I'm like, oh, okay, he's obviously scanned down what he wants, and that's where he's gone to. So if anyone's doing the same, I'll be like, alright, this guy scanned down like 4 things. Oh, and now he started scanning the gas site, and he must have found it because his scanners have disappeared. That's obviously where he's gone. You don't even need to do your descan off, you just go there and check. That's like elite PvP tactics for you right there. It's not really. It's a bit of common sense. Still haven't seen Evo actually. Is he not coming online tonight? I was saying earlier, he decided that he wanted to be a moderator, which is perfectly fine. I never thought I would need moderators, but he wanted to be one. I was like, go on then. And I haven't seen him since. So, boss moderator he is. Right, so here we go. We found one. So let's just finish cutting this one down. Feels very weak this at the moment. There we go, that should have it. Excuse me. Could actually activate this, couldn't we? I'm cap stable with this running. Not so much of both of them running, so I might as well have it on. Token perimeter. There's one which, or there's only one gas site in Wormholes which already has NPCs in it, and that is a general Forsaken deposit, I think. Oh, I forgot the name of it now. It has a general in the name anyway. Basically, if you warp to that one, you will have 3 sentries waiting for you, and it will shoot at you as soon as you land, and it will pop any venture that goes in there. Prospect, the Tech 2 variant, I don't know, obviously they have a little more of a tank on them, but I know they can take out the a venture, no problem. But yeah, it has general in it. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Usually I have a quick spy on Google, but I forgot. So we've got C70 and C60, so let's quickly bring up, because basically a timer started now for the NPCs to come in, so we want to quickly bring up, where's it gone on Notepad? We want C32, 72, oh flipping hell, 70, so it's the 2 lowest ones, but the 70 was worth more last time I checked, so we'll just start burning up towards that one. Gonna move that to me. This is why I have things on my second screen, so I can still scan whilst I'm doing all this stuff. Alright, so that's our wormhole which we've just come through. We need to be within 1,500, it needs to be within 15 to even be able to log on to it actually. Well, we are now 2, I need to get to 4 to begin with. There we go. General, keep on top of D-scan, can't see anything. Soon as we get to within 1,500, we can activate these things and basically just leave them to it. We need to wait about 10-15 minutes. There's like an invisible timer starts. After 10-15 minutes, the rats will warp in, which is sleepers, and basically they'll just pop up on the overview here. As soon as you see the like red appear here, you just align out and off you go. So we can just stop our ship here now with Wizin 0. Just basically hang out and keep D-scan open and just search for the next one. I'll bring this back now actually, since we're exactly where we need to be. This one's not going to be worth too much, like I said, it's like the 2 lowest ones. So we've got, oh, I didn't even empty me flipping thing out, did I? I thought I checked me, I didn't check me all hold to check me hangar. Ah! Alright, so I didn't empty the last loadouts, but okay, this is the one we're collecting now, so it's worth 1,200 or 3,030 each, compared to this one worth like 26,000 each, so not ideal. But it's kicking the teeth in here. Let's just scan down the next one anyway. Yeah, my luck tonight, it's just not going well, is it? Although I've done exactly what I planned to in the abyssal space. Kind of knew I'd die, I just really wanted to test it. I knew I was using the right chip, I knew I wasn't using the correct modules. I had the right type of modules, but I wasn't using the correct faction, the correct type. I mean, the guys who were running it, the videos I watched, they're using anything worth less than like 1.2, 1.3 billion, and they were using boosters. I've never actually used boosters. I don't think I'm skilled into them, so to the point where the negatives wouldn't be a problem. But they were using boosters and all sorts, and I was like, that's kind of out my league. But I'll try it anyway. So we've got a data site in here, not really useful to us. Go to the next one, we'll quick scan off. Nothing there yet. Start scanning this one down. See if we can find another Another one. Yeah, sometimes luck's with you, sometimes it's not. I mean, it's just silly mistakes, and to be honest, I'm not blaming streaming at all. I'm not going to say, like, I'm a super pro player, but I'm not right now because I'm obviously streaming. It's just the way it's on camera. But it's little mistakes, like, I would have checked that my cloak had actually, you know, was ready to be used before uncloaking on that gate if I wasn't on camera, but because it's just trying to make small talk, there's two big lights in my face and I'm trying to be entertained at the same time. Just small things like that, they just kind of skip over your mind. But hey, we haven't lost anything major yet. I mean, if I'd managed to fit that Astero for like super blingy and I went, hey look, I'm in a billion Astero, jumped 3 jumps and died in high sec, I would be like, ah, but it was only a cheap one. And there we go, there is our next gas site right there. So we'll save the, as long as you've scanned them down to 100%, once you leave the wormhole and come back, they should still be at 100%, so you can still warp straight to them, which is nice. So even though we're going to have to probably jump back and drop this stuff off, we can still come back in here and just jump to the next, the next gas site. Still nothing on D-scan. There we go, so there's another one. That's a sizable one, that one. It's quite good. Not got the word general in there, has it? I'll make that bigger. Research, that's fine. Still nothing on D-scan, still no sign of any rats. As I say, it is between about 10 minutes minimum, usually about 15 minutes the rats come in. So you don't need to be super freaked out as soon as you come in. But do keep an eye on your overview, because if something uncloaks next to you, the first place you're going to see it's on your overview. Unless you're literally spamming D-scan like this and again and again and again and again, you might see maybe the Astero pop up that's uncloaking next to you. You want D-scan first, but yeah, just keep an eye on your overview. To be honest, if anything uncloaks next to us, unless they're maybe not fitted out for grabbing us with our warp core bonuses, we're pretty much dead. That's why our ship is worth... How much is this ship worth? Like, nearly 10 mil? So it's not a big deal if we lose like one of these or even 2 of these. Next time, escalations and carrier ratting. I would love to, but I haven't actually got a carrier. It'd be nice to have a carrier. But I've got a blueprint to make one, which is nice. Someone had a big set of blueprints up for grabs. And they only wanted 50 mil for it. And I was like, actually, there's quite a lot there. Do you know what? I'll have that. Can I even get the contract up now to show you guys? My contract's finished. Not that one. It'll be this one. Hampson Hero bought it. It was during the Billionaire series. He bought it from someone who was spamming it in the NBC Corp chat. And there's another one. And so once he bought it and paid the 50 mil for it, I just transferred it back through Miss Hero. So numbers for the Billionaire series are still perfectly fine. But for 50 mil, we got integrated Berserkers, we got Valkyries, we got an Archon blueprint, Astro House, Athanor, basic Cerebral Accelerator, which probably won't use because you need special parts for that. Capital parts, Damavix, remote armor repairers, all these good stuff, that thing, all of these. My door's just opened itself. All of these, all of these. Some of these mobile depots, got some blueprint originals in there. Another blueprint original, all for 50 mil. I thought that was brilliant. How cool is that? I don't do blueprints very often, but that one just like caught me and I was like, yep, I want that one. Right, so let's finish scanning this one down. And it's a shame, my door literally right next to me has opened itself. Oh, hey baby, how's it going? Did I wake you? Oh, here you go. Come on, they can't see you over there, you're safe. You can be all shy. I know, sorry. Yep, she's come looking for her water. Oh, she's not happy. Alright, so we'll just ignore that, then I'll deal with the consequences of that later on. Cosmic signature number, whatever this is. In fact, that's probably enough. I'm going to call these back, because I'm going to run out of cargo space before then, and we're going to jump through another wormhole to see if maybe we can find... ignore that one, because we're doing that one now. By the time we come back, the NPCs will be here. We'll come back, and we'll see if we can maybe find a higher class wormhole to make a little bit more pennies. But we'll sit here until we get filled up anyway. We're near enough done now. So by the time we get back to the station, you see, and come back, the NPCs could quite possibly be here. And the last thing I want to do is warp in when there's already, you know, NPCs here waiting to grab anyone. They don't exactly warp, scram, or disrupt you, but you don't really want to be warping in and having to align and take shots from a few cruisers or frigates or whatever comes in. In fact, we're only in class 2, so it's probably just like maybe 2 frigates and maybe 1 cruiser. Yes. You see what I mean? Our ship's worth 10 mil estimated. 1 trip. I mean, yeah, I didn't exactly get this on this run. How much is this one worth? That's only worth 2. But yeah, you see, one trip, 1 full ore hold running like 2 sites, maybe 3 sites if you get pushed out early by rats. Can easily give you like 20 odd mil. So you've doubled the price of your ship. So you get 1 ore load back, and you can happily lose 2 ships and be right back where you were. Or think of it the other way: if you manage to get 1 ore load back and lose that 1 ship, and then come back out and get another ship and fill that ore load and get that back, and then basically you'll be doubling your money on your ship value each time. Not by much. I never earn that much manned anyway, to be honest. I don't know why. I could literally go to the most scariest system in the world in the best mining ship, and I'd still come back after an hour with like 2 mil in my pockets and be like, oh, why is that working? Right, save me logging in on my phone. Someone want to tell me how many people are watching now? I'm quite interested. So I can see that we've had a total view time of 46 hours. So altogether, from everyone that's been watching, it's been watched so far this whole stream for 46 hours. And 27 hours of that was from people sitting there actually watching it from the beginning, which is quite nice. But it doesn't tell me how many people are actually watching right now. You'd think it would. Yeah, I forgot to mention as well, yesterday we actually got approved for monetization on this channel, so you might see some adverts pop up on other videos. Now for the streams, I've pretty much turned them off. You might get that little annoying one that pops up, so a little like kind of flag at the bottom that says this is an advert, you can click me, but you will not get the one, or you shouldn't get the ones that pop up, take up the whole screen, and you've got to watch for 30 seconds, not on the stream anyway. Between 16 and 19, nice, doing alright. But yeah, so if you do fancy supporting this channel, you should have a little show your support. Basically, the super chat function at the bottom. I have no idea what the hell this does yet. So I'll figure that out, and we'll get some cool things put in there. So even if you like donate, I don't know, 10p or something, it'll come up all flashy with cool emojis and stuff. But yeah, that's something I need to figure out later on. And I just got the email last night saying, hey, you can monetize now. I was like, yay! Adverts! But yeah, I've took the ones off that you have to watch for like 60 seconds because they're just a pain. But it'd be nice to be pulling, I don't know, 20p in a week or something from them. Have I been accepted into the corp now via Xbox? Is that what this is for? Yes, I have. So I should now be... Oh wait, no I haven't. I'm on a different account. That's why I was thinking, why am I getting notifications for the corp? It's because this is not Disowned Hero. This is Mrs. Hero. Alright, so we've nearly filled this one up now. Still nothing on D-scan. No sign of rats or anything. I'll make that smaller, couldn't we? There's no need for that to be that size. There we go. I'll hide it up here. But yeah, she came in and she was not happy about her water. But in the next breath, why did she get all the nice things and I don't? And I can say that because I know she's never going to watch this stream. She's not bothered. 4880, you know that. How much is this worth now? 3-4 mil. Didn't clock what time we came in here actually. Like I said, it's a good estimate that around 10 to 15 minutes the rats come in. So once they appear, you can pretty much say I've been here 15 minutes max. And then off you go. Cool venture, by the way. Number 211. I don't know if that number changes. It'd be nice if it did. I gave you a random number between, like, I don't know, 1 and 1,000. But it's just 211. Right, so pretty much full now. I might be able to get this one last cycle off them. Then we'll head for the exit, which we actually bookmarked earlier. Oh, then it gives them like 20 each time, so we get another 1 or 2 cycles yet. Oh, don't know what I did then, but it looks like I managed to bump my ship on something. There we go, so we'll just simply warp to that at 0. If you have bookmarked the actual wormhole, rather than just creating a bookmark next to it when you warp to it. So I actually right click the wormhole in my here and said create this wormhole as a bookmark. When I warp to it now, I'll instantly be able to jump through it. As opposed to if I just hit Control B and made a bookmark where my ship was when I jumped through, you know, it could be like 5 to 10 kms off it. But here you go, 0. Straight on top of it, straight out. And like I said, because we scanned this down fully, there you go, it's still in our overview there. So even if I dock up now, I don't need to rescan it down, it's ready to go. We can just go straight back to it. So dock up here. I haven't got a drink, no, I need a drink. Reload these things while I remember. And we'll go here. I did find another wormhole in that system, so we'll go straight through to another wormhole, see if we can find a class 3. Because class 3 is the difference between getting 19 mil for 752 units or 3 mil for 1,000 units. So obviously we want the higher class if we can. And guys, just because I can jump into these places and mine away quite happily and never get attacked. I say that, I'll get attacked now. So it doesn't mean it's perfectly safe. Talk to anyone in the corp and they'll all tell you how extremely stuffy and lucky I am, because I can talk about times I've been into where I can literally be talking to them and they'll be like, what are you doing? Be like, oh, I'm doing relic sites in wormhole space, and they'll be like, what, this whole time? And I'll be like, yeah. And they go, have you not run into anyone? I'll say no. But we've been in there an hour, I would have been killed by now, I'd have been shot, I'd have lost 3 ships, I'd have done this. And I'm like, do you know what? I never seem to lose anything in wormholes. But like I said, now I've said that, there'll be like a Loki waiting for me. But we'll just carry on. Athanor, yeah, it looks okay. I hate the noise it makes. Obviously, I've set the reinforcement timer to be when when most of us are online. So if anyone takes it out when it's reinforced, so we're going to have most of our corp on there to defend it. But it means every time I'm online, I have to listen to that meh, 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 meh noise it makes. It's so annoying. So loud as well, especially if I haven't adjusted my volume for this game and I come on and I'm like, ah, my ears are bleeding. Alright, so jump back in here. I'm just going to go quick. In fact, it scans automatically when you jump in for descan. Nothing here. Let's go straight to this one.
Warp drive active.
There's not really much I can do to see if there's anyone there because it's outside of my descan range. I could have warped to 100 to see if there's anyone there and come back. But like I said, I'm usually quite lucky when it comes to wormholes. I never land on anyone. Okay, still nothing on descan. Right, so that looks all red and mysterious inside. So I'm going to say we're onto a winner with this one. Let's have a look. Show info. Dangerous, or a new one of them said dangerous unknown parts of space. So this is going to be a C5 or C6. Will not be surprised if we actually see people in this one. What's the most expensive loot you found while exploring? Do you know what? It's not that expensive. It can sometimes come out with modules worth like 100 mil, maybe 150 mil. But I've never been one of those people that's come out like, well, I've done one site and I've got like 3 billion, you know, I'm super mega rich. So that's never been me. Right, so I'm actually going to bookmark this one first and actually, so exit 2, I'm going to change the name. I didn't actually clock when this one shuts, but let's have a quick spy, shall we? Show info with that. Probably won't last another day, so we're okay for now. Right, so that is a bookmarked exit 2. There's nothing on D-scan at all, which is strange. We'll go to one within D-scan range because I know there's nothing there. Yeah, why not? We'll up to the mining point within 100. We'll make it safe on the way. It's even where I've like typed it in wrong at some point and it won't go away. We're in warp. As soon as that number changes, there we go. So we're 1.3 AU away from anything. Still nothing on D-scan. Lots of things in here, which is nice. It says dangerous. I'm sure this is quite a high one if it actually says dangerous. Could be wrong. What should be like a level 1 now? Alright, so warp back to our safe at 0. Oh, Hugo M has just donated £2. Hugo, you're the first ever person to donate to me and give me monies. I'm going to love you forever. At some point, I'm going to have your name memorialized, like, up here in the right-hand corner. I'm going to have a list of people. I'm going to say first ever, like, donator is going to be Hugo. Thank you, Hugo. So what was that £2? I'm going to go buy myself some bottles of water so I don't need to worry about the missus coming in to take them. Oh, cheers, matey. At least I know it works anyway. I don't know how it works. I don't know where that money's gone, but I'll have to like dig around YouTube. It'll pop up somewhere at some point. Oh, cheers, man. Right, so we're in this wormhole. Let's actually see where this goes. Oh, not where it goes. Sorry, what it is. So it's J. Go away. Can I actually just copy and paste? It'd be so much. Nah, it'd be so much easier, wouldn't it, than actually typing it out. Wormhole is J. That's not the right button. Right again, J, come on, there we go. J124949. This is a class 5. We're in a class 5 wormhole, guys. This is quite high. I'm not sure what the class 6 then. I wonder if the class 6 says dangerous as well. Alright, so this is the first time I've been in class 5. I've actually had all of these signatures here. So let's just start scanning these down and keep a definite eye on D-scan this time. Get these probes out in this formation. Cheers, Hugo. I still can't get over that fact. Thanks, man. I thought it would take ages till anyone actually hit the donate button. I haven't even set up any cool emojis or anything for you to pop up on the screen. I'll have to get that sorted when I have people actually going to use it. Oh, that's far away. Alright, so we'll put that there. We'll also squonk this thing up there. Squonk. I've been watching Rick and Morty. That's where that's come from. It's not squonk, sorry. It's squanching. It's a squanchy party. Oh, and the preview has gone. Can you guys still see me? Because according to this, I am now streaming static, which is nice. Keep on D-scan, shall we? I'll put this here. We'll also come down here. Make it smaller. You owe me 2-ish, Greg. Greg reckons it was a C4. It's not a C5. I forget what C6 says now. I'm pretty sure it's like dangerous again. I knew one of them said dangerous, one of the higher ones. Yeah, like the C5s and C6, I can kind of tell which one I'm in just by when it says like this is a dangerous. I'm like, yep, that's a higher one. It's the other one, so I'm unsure about. Like between C1 and C4, I'm like, I have no idea which one I'm in unless I actually Google it. No worries. Sounds like that was £2 well spent. Cheap for a memorial in my name. Yeah, you'll get something up there. I'll put something up there, even if it's just like every 5 minutes it flashes up saying thank you, Hugo. It'll say something up there just to memorialize your name. Alright, so any scanners coming to get me yet? I'm surprised. Is actually anything in this system at all. If we flick over to all on D-scan. Right, yeah, there is an Astra house in here. Lots of control towers. So this is definitely a populated system. Wow, there's a gas site here as well. This is... Oh man, I forgot which one I'm usually on now. Where's my combat? There we are. That's what I usually have on. This is the first time I've found a gas site in anything above like a C3, so hopefully we'll be getting some good stuff from here. Still nothing on D-scan ship-wise. Still waiting for me 2-ish, Greg. Miss Heroes, come on. There you are, Miss Hero. I'm waiting for me 2-ish. If you're lucky, I might even double it for you. When you're messing with you, man. Beautiful frontier site. Doesn't sound like the one that has any NPCs in it to begin with. I'm sure it is. Let me just get the name. Not distance. That one it should be. Let me just get the name up actually of that one site that actually has NPCs in. So, Eve Online. There we go. So the one site that does have NPCs in when you first go in is called the Ordinary Perimeter Reserve. The Ordinary Perimeter Reserve starts with 5 sentries inside. Basically, if you go in there in a venture, it will blow you up before you actually realign to get out. Yeah, so you want to avoid that one. Alright, so let's warp to this at 0. Can't really scan it since it's like over 69 AU away. Yeah, whatever. I didn't even read that. I'm just going to presume it's all hunky-dory. Everything else has been hunky-dory up to now, so why wouldn't this? Alright, so let's start on this one. Make that back up to 4. 4 is usually a good number to start with. Alright. Oh, let's hit the D-scan now. We've got the scanner probes. They'll be mine. So I'm going to skedoot this one over here. Get me list out as well while I remember. Notepad. Alright, so what have we got? C32 and 28. So 32 is the better one. I'll take that one, please. Bit disappointed we're not getting these ones. C320 and C5. Unless it is. Nah. Yeah, it's not down to me having that too small. It's just not here. There we go. Alright, so we'll start moving towards that one. I'm still scanning on this screen. Hit scan again. There's nothing here. I'm really surprised actually that a system that is actually owned and has structures in here has not been wiped out of all of its signatures. And there we go. So we're close enough now. We can turn that off. We can turn that on just in case. We can lock this up. I did empty my ore hole this time, didn't I? Yeah, I did. And we'll just start pulling that stuff in. Close that for now. I don't need it. And that's pretty much it. We'll see what we get. Let's drag that back over here. Change that to general. All I need to do is keep an eye, because you will, if you're here long enough, you two, even the Tech 2 gas harvesters can clear this cloud out. Occasionally you'll completely drain this cloud. You'll have to travel over to the other one, which is where the micro warp will come in really handy, because it is like 89 kms away. Yeah, and you'll get a good few cycles off on the other cloud before you have to leave. Alright, so scan that. Still nothing on D-scan. Alright, I can't see you guys again. There you are. Disc sent. Do you have Patreon? Or... I do have a Discord. I do have Patreon, although I don't really use it. I didn't see the point in it, to be honest. We got another one here as well. Unless the guys who live here aren't really into gas card harvesting and have left all the gas sites. A bit strange if they have. So I do have a Patreon, although it's not been used in a while, so if you were to go find it, it's simply Disowned Hero. Might even be Disowned Hero Gaming. You'll see that it's not been updated for a very long time. I wouldn't really know what to do. I can see the idea behind Patreon, that you offer your Patreon something in return. So for gaming, what I can think of that being is maybe you have, I don't know, exclusive live streams like this one, just for Patreons, so where I would go over something I've been doing that week, like this gas cloud harvester would be for Patreons only, so you can see how it's done. But I don't know, I just don't like the idea of like leaving people out just because they're not giving me money, and that's not what I'm doing it for. I do it because I love doing it. Money is just obviously a plus, and I'm going to call them back actually, because we've got 2 here now. That's fine for me. I'm just going to pay an even closer eye on D-scan, which I'll drag over here just in case. In fact, no, because I'm used to looking over this side for it, so I'll keep it there. Discord, I do have an active Discord. It's used a lot for our corp stuff, and anyone who's in like a sister corp, Joey's in there as well. It's not generally open to the public yet, and that's not because I don't want to talk to you guys. It's just I know a lot of people go around looking for open Discords and they just mess them up and spam them and stuff, and I don't really want that to happen since we do use ours on a daily basis. Is your corp accepting new members? Always accepting new members, matey. If you do want to get into the corp, have a quick read of the bio. It'll tell you exactly what we're all about. I think it's simply Disowned Heroes, or you can message me in game, Disowned Hero, and we'll get you in. Basically, it's going to be aimed around doing everything in EVE Online. Now, corps that do everything in EVE Online tend not to last very long. You kind of have to specialise in something to keep players in, or to attract players. If you're a miner, for example, you'd look for a mining corp, blah, 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 blah. But we kind of aim towards new players, returning players, even players who've been playing for a while who just want to try a few different aspects of EVE. We try and cover as much as we can. We do have moon mining operations up. There's quite a few people that are taking part in mission running, so they do missions and that together. We've got engineering facilities, owned by our sister corps and like allies and stuff which we can use, so you can do some industry. We've got a faction warfare corp up now, so if you want to take part in some PvP you can, and you're free to flick between the two. You can have as many alts in that as you want in. So yeah, if you're interested in that, it's simply Disowned Hero. Send a corp application and we'll get you in, or email Disowned Hero. This is an alt. She does like a lot of mining, PI and space trucking around in freezers, and my voice is going really dry now. Really wish I brought a different bottle of water and not here one. I'll live. Right, so we've been here a little while and we've managed to get 72 of these things, and they're worth near enough 2 million. It's not bad, is it? The ones ideally you're looking for, I mean, these are worth 26,000 disc per unit. If you do get the higher ones, the ones with 3 numbers, like the C320 I think it is, they're worth something like 100,000 disc per unit. So they're like the ones you're looking for, but they're in C5 and C6s. So we should really have some in this system. But I don't want to activate all of these, gas cloud places, because if I warp to one, even if I don't mine anything, I've basically started the timer for the NPCs to warp in. And if I jump to like 4 or 5 and find actually there's none of that in this system, then I haven't got a gas site to run. So we'll do this one, we'll do the next one, and basically we'll just work through them one at a time until either a gate closes and we get stuck in here, which wouldn't be the end of the world. We just have to like pod ourselves. Like I said, as soon as you get a few of these in, then we're pretty much okay to lose the ship. Not ideal, and obviously if I do go to a wormhole and it says it's not going to last more than 10 minutes, I won't go into it, but it's not the end of the world if we do actually get stuck this side. Like how my ship's doing like a nosedive towards the floor. That's just like how it's managed to stop itself. It's weird that usually when you stop ships they like self-level out. This one's just like looking at the floor like mining, missions, manufacturing, yeah, pretty much we do all that stuff. Xbox Gamers, who's in the corp and I think's watching at the moment, he's in the middle of running the Abyss, and he's trying to set up Abyss stuff, so to go in as groups like someone was suggested in the last stream. We also have myself actually, who's trying to organise mining expeditions into wormholes, just because I've never done that before and I don't know how profitable it'll be. I think it'll be quite profitable. If we all jump into, like, say, this wormhole, a C5, 5 or 6 people in ventures, not sure if maybe you'd need cheap mining barges, depending on the ore. So I'll simply jump in and out in my well, not freighter, but some sort of moving ship to move the ore in and out, and basically they'll jet combine, I'll just come in, pick it all up, out to go, come in, pick it all up, out to go, and just see how much we can mine. So we'll just do little things like that. Faction warfare is going up. I'm going to start running fleets for that as well, so we'll get, to begin with, we'll just be going for running the plexus and getting some loyalty points, getting a bit of money, but once we get enough people doing it, so we'll start doing little fleets to see if we can start blowing other people up. So there's the PvP side. There's your ventures into wormhole space, low sec. It's just ideal for new players. Someone who's new, maybe who's played it in the past and wasn't 100%, and like a few years later thought, you know what, I'll try it again. So I think it's going to be an ideal corp. You get to experience everything you want in EVE. You're never going to be told you have to be on top comms. You're never going to be told you have to join this fleet. If you just want to literally jump on once a week to sort your PI character out and never talk to anyone, that's perfectly fine. If you never want to be on comms but you like to listen in, that's perfectly fine as well. You just kind of just do what you want. Do you guys do Rorqual mining? We're actually based in high sec, so we don't actually have any capital ships whatsoever. I've been thinking of getting a carrier, but other than that, we do not have any Rorquals. There are people in Corp who have them, but it's their alts that have them, and their alts are not in our Corp. Mainly because we're not large enough yet to be able to defend anyone in a Rorqual. I know you can use them solo, but they tend to be used only when you have protection and stuff around them, so we can't actually at the moment. So help you out if you're in a Rorqual. And as I said, we're based in high sec. We're like 1 or 2 jumps from low sec. We've got loads of wormholes up here around here. We don't really tend to do too much null or anything else really. It's usually wormholes. Well, for me it's wormholes anyway. I'll have to talk to the other guys. Maybe they go to null without telling me. battle venture fleets. That would be quite cool, yeah. Yeah, but like I said, I mean, I managed to fit this one for, that's the wrong button, I managed to fit this one for 10 mil. You could even probably get it cheaper if you wanted. You can knock the Tech 2 stuff off quite easily. Although most of it's not Tech 2 anyway. That'll be taking the price up. That'll be taking the price up. You could take the Tech 2 stuff off. If you were going in there mining, and your ships were all worth 3 million each, as long as you've all got a full load of ore and then got blown up, and you got that all out, as in I've collected it and took it out the wormhole for us, then you've basically made your money back for your ship, haven't you? So, like I say, if you're in a disposable ship, the stuff you can do just becomes so much greater than if you're in like one of those people who's like, right, I'm gonna try mining. I've got 100 million ISK. I'll throw 100 million ISK into my ship. Well, that kind of means you have to make 100 million ISK before you try anything remotely dangerous enough to lose your ship. Otherwise, so you make 10 million and decide actually this is boring, I'm going to null, then lose your ship instantly. You're 90 million ISK down, so you're not going to be trying it again, are you? Just getting out of null, so maybe check our corp. Yeah, I'm going to say your name probably completely wrong again. Rumple. I'm going to call you Rumple with a Rumple. Rumple, yeah, I've tried my best to get the description right at the beginning here. That's not the one. That's not the one either. Where's the button? Yeah, if you look in our recruitment ad, which is actually need to redoing in 2 days, I've tried to put pretty much everything I can in. Not in there. Where's the button that does like the description of what the corp's about? Where is that? It's not that. That's a bulletin. Don't annoy me now. I'm clicking the wrong thing. Do I maybe need to click? Aha, there it is, the description. Look at the description for the corp, and I've tried to put as much stuff as I can in here. I mean, the first line here, you know, want to play solo but take advantage of our very low tax rates, come join in. We're only 4%. And to be honest, you can usually just get around the taxes if you're just super nice. And I'm like, nah, Joe, do what you want. Because the taxes, especially when it comes to mining and stuff, I have to actually ask for them. The game won't take them, and half the time I can't be bothered, so we'll just leave you to it. Want to be casual but be able to ask for help and advice from other corp members, you're more than welcome. Want to be more involved and form fleets and roam nullsec, you know, great, go for it. We haven't actually done that one yet. I should maybe take that out. We haven't actually done fleets around nullsec, although the option is there. You just need to get the guys together to actually do it. What's in it for you? So it's all here. I'm not going to read it all out. There's a few rules. Don't kill other heroes, as in people in the corp. Don't abuse or make threats to other corp members. You know, we're all friends here. And do not scam other heroes. If you're a scammer, you might not be the ideal fit for this corp, but if you just maybe on the side want to maybe try a doubling scam every now and then just to see if maybe it does work, so I haven't really got a problem with that. Anyone who wants to do botting, no, you can get your main in here, but I do not want any bots in here. That's another thing I should put in there. I did actually have one guy who came in and said, so how do you guys feel about bots? And I was like, why are you asking? Let me guess, you've got 20 other like alts you want to bring into the corp. And no, he was telling us that he does bot on other accounts, but they're well separate from his main, and they have been for years. He just wanted to be able to talk about it, and I was like, you can talk about it all you want, just don't want those actual characters in the corp. But yeah, check us out, mate. That's just something so satisfying about getting back in that ship with some T-Fon. Yeah. Well, are you talking about this ship? I don't think there's anything. So I always feel a bit disappointed when I get in this ship, because I feel like going back to the when I first started, because they didn't have the mission that's currently available now, where you automatically start inside like a bubble. I think they got rid of the bubble now, didn't they? You don't start in a bubble no more. You can actually warp off if you wanted. But I started back when you literally just got dropped off in space, and you had to hit the help button down here and start the career agents, and there was like 5 of them all together. And if you'd done the mining one, they'd give you a venture, and they'd be like, yeah, you're a super awesome miner now, off you go. And I sat in a venture for weeks trying to make money, and then decided actually not ideal, so I didn't really go back to it. Scam the scam is exactly, yeah. Harvey West, I'm out of the room for a few minutes. I know you are huffing gas. I come back, look at my phone, and Disowned Hero lets out a huge vape cloud. Yeah, I didn't even realise. Yeah, huffing gas. Guessing a bot is when you have alt accounts. Alt accounts aren't a problem. I could have a laptop sitting next to me now, and I can quite happily have two miners here, and I can be controlling them both. Botting comes down to when I can set a program to run the game for me, so I can literally log in, hit this program, and the program will warp my ship backwards and forwards. The program will, harvest this cloud for me. I don't need to do anything. I can just let the game run by itself. That's botting. It's basically completely automated, run by a robot, hence the word botting. And it's against Eve's rules. And if they find out, that character will get banned, they'll look for where the assets went. They'll take the assets back. And if it turns out a corp is involved, as in, like, I've let 6 or 7 botters into my corp, and I've been collecting tax from them like I normally would. And then they'll come for the corp for the ISK. They'll turn around and say, this bot has managed to, in the last 6 months, for example, get something like 6 billion ISK worth of loot, like goodies, or the ore they've mined is worth this much. We're looking to your corp now because they're in your corp. Give us that 6 billion back. So it can completely destroy corps. That's the only reason I don't want them in there. That, and it's just against the terms and conditions in general, not to bot. You can multi-box now, so there's not a problem with that. In fact, if you have 3 or 4 alpha accounts, you can have the same alpha accounts on the screen, run at the same time, off the same client. The game even tells you can do that. If you try and run an alpha account and an omega account, then it says no, they both have to be the paid one, the omega. But if you run an omega, they just work. Right, here are the rats, so I'm simply just going to go straight to my safe. Not even going to bother with modules, and that's just going to get straight out. And I've got the things on here that let me warp out quicker, and you can see I still got locked. They didn't actually get shot off. But if I was to drop down to enter the fit here, so I'm warping in 4.7 seconds. I want to turn that off, and that was, sorry, 2.87 seconds when that's turned off, and it was turned off. If I take that off, it goes up to 4 seconds. If I didn't have, say, this on here, it's, well, still full. Does that actually affect that? Yeah, it does a little bit. Yeah, it'd be 5 seconds. It always rounds up to the nearest second. So that would have been 5 seconds align time to get out there. And with all this on and only warping out in 3 seconds, I still managed to get locked. So yeah, you need to make sure you're good at warping out with this one. I'm guessing bots when you have ults. No, don't know what that was. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, it's not so much a thing. I don't really know anyone who does it. There's one person in Corpse mentioned it once. I don't even know if they're still in the Corpse bounce. They might have left. I do 40 megas at once on a 43-inch screen. Go for it, man. Yeah, I can imagine 4. I mean, I only have a smallish screen. What's this, 30 something? I've got 2. One's a 28 and I think one's a 38. But I just run one account on dual screen. I've never really needed to have more than one account. Right, so where is, how much ore did we get from that one? Kind of missed descan there a lot, didn't we? So it's quite lucky nothing came in. We managed to get 7 mil, and we were in there between 10 and 15 minutes. So that's not too bad, is it? Let's just go straight to the second one we found, which is a vast. We can actually get rid of that one now, because we don't want to accidentally walk back there, because they will just sit there now and wait for us to come back. So we can go to this one now. So we'll just walk to that. We'll also reload these, and we'll scan down the next one for when this one's done. Hey, we've got a Russian person in here. You Russian guys, you're starting to watch more and more, you know. Since I started changing, I go to Google now, and whenever I put a video up, I actually change the titles and stuff to Russian, because I know a lot of Russians people do play. You guys keep popping up. Your English is quite good as well. Some of the people who comment, I can't understand a word they're saying. I understand that one. Hair like a gay. At least you know what gays look like, mate. You've obviously got experience with them. That's all I can say for that one. Right, so we've got 28 and 32. I'm pretty sure it's the 32 is the higher one, so I'm just going to start moving towards that. I didn't actually open up my notepad here. So yeah, 32 again. But at least we're getting the higher end of the just the dual number ones. I mean, obviously the 3 ones are better. But I'll take these for now. Let's get this one actually. Let's actually get there. I used to have my main 2 ults for mining, not bots though. Yeah, that's fine. You don't need them. It's easy enough. I mean, if you're in a retriever, for example, sitting in a 10 system where rats can't come in, yes, you got code and ganking to worry about. But, so you can quite happily mine and go away for 15 minutes and come back, and you'll still be sitting there. That's perfectly legit, because you're still doing it yourself. Even though you're not at your screen, you're still doing it yourself. So why would you need a computer to do that for you? Unless you're going out shopping. In which case, there's no point playing the game, is there, if you're not actually sitting in front of the screen watching it? Definitely you're not playing, so why would you bother? Well, I have to keep an eye out for Russians now, because they might be looking for us since they're in here. Right, and let's actually get a few more of these things scanned down. Right, so we want this one next. Let's scan the probes out, but they'll be mine. Obviously, since I've just deployed them right next to me. That's why you're here. Yeah, I mean, I used to do it myself. Especially mine, and I'd whack YouTube on and just watch videos for like 20 minutes and then look back and be like, okay, I need to actually dock up now. So set the character doing whatever he was doing again. Back to YouTube. Right, so again, we're doing quite well, aren't we? We've got class 5. What's class 5, wasn't it? Class 5 wormhole. No one in here. All these signatures still about. 2 gas sites so far. Pretty sure we're going to find a 3rd or even a 4th here. Make this one a bit lower there. Right, so how are we doing for time? 2.5 hours, not too bad. What we'll do after this site is I might actually just warp around a few different ones and see if we can find this more expensive gas. Look at that, I've actually managed to find a gas site completely by accident, and since that one's just managed to jump into my scanner probes radius, I'm just going to skip over to it. Learning how to hero. Exactly, you too one day can be a hero. That name, by the way, Disowned Hero, that actually came back, another vast one actually, which I'm already in. That actually came back from the days when I had an Xbox 360, was it? When you first had to have a gamer tag to go online. And basically I didn't like having numbers in my name. Didn't like having silly characters. I wanted it to make sense. I wanted someone to look at it and be like, instantly seeing me Disowned Hero. Yeah, I know who that is. Rather than someone going, who's number 3174H2-Q again? So I wanted them to know who I am without any numbers. And it took me days to actually try and find one that wasn't already taken. I liked the idea of Disowned. I tried all sorts, and in the end it turned out Disowned Hero wasn't taken, so that's where it's come from, and it's just stuck ever since. $21 watching that. I'm really surprised. We've got 21 people watching someone gas. I should really change the title, shouldn't I, to Gas Cloud Harvesting now. People will be coming online expecting to see super awesome abyssal stuff, and here's me in a wormhole and adventure, just Gas Cloud Harvesting away. So once we've got this one scanned down, we'll get that changed, I think. But can I even change that while we're live? Probably can't, to be honest. Info and settings. And gas cloud harvesting. I think I spelled harvesting wrong, probably. Oh, I can't change it. Just didn't recognize anything I typed in then. Ah! Oh, focus was on the game. Look what I did. I broke it. Go back to that. Oh, that's a relic. So I was going to relic down. We can come back anyways. We found the next one, haven't we? For now, anyway. There we go. Running the Abyss Gauntlet. Followed by gas. By ninja. Ninja gas cloud. And I do class this as being ninja because I'm sneaking into someone else's system basically and stealing it away. And not all ninjas are invisible. Someone was telling me the other day you have to have a cloak to be a ninja. I was like, no, you don't. How many ninjas do you know that are invisible? Save that. So that should update it. I don't know how long it'll take to update on your end, but it should update. Hopefully I haven't just ended the stream by doing that. Have I ended the stream doing that? On my end, it's literally saying, Joe, start. There's a start button there now. Oh god. Oh no, it's all come back. It's okay. It's okay. It's all come back. Do I sell the gas to do reactions? I actually do nothing with it at the moment. I want to get into reactions, so I'm kind of stockpiling it. But at the moment, I kind of just do this for fun because I like to be in wormholes. That's pretty much the bottom line of it. I like being in wormholes, so I come in here to collect things. Right. Let's reload these now. Alright, so that should have changed. There we go, yeah. So running the Abyss Gauntlet is part 1, followed by Ninja Cascade harvesting. So anyone who comes in now and sees like harvesting, they'll be like, okay, he's done that bit. So yeah, there we go. Oh cool, now I have 2 chat windows. That's going to be a pain. I'm going to get rid of that one. We'll pop this one back out. Pop out chat. There we go. Pop you out so I can have you right on the top so I can see you all. I still see you. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't say completely new. Actually, I've done like 4 streams now, 3 streams now. Oh, my job. I've done a few of them. But yeah, I'm not a pro by any means. By any means. Only today, I think, figured the sound out. How is the sound for you guys, by the way? Is it because when I watched this video back of like yesterday's live stream, because I didn't know exactly finish the gauntlet, so I decided, you know, I'll finish it tonight. When I was watching it back to see exactly what it said and if there's anything I need to build on, so maybe I didn't explain something very clear, it was extremely quiet, and I'm surprised no one actually turned on and said, hey, you know, Hero, we can't hear you, turn it up, what are you playing at? But no one complains, so maybe it's just me. Ninja huffing actually comes from doing the huffing as much as you can before the rats turn up. Ah, interesting fact, if you huff before downtime and rats come in, log back in after downtime and you'll get another 15-20. Oh, so the site resets, so downtime comes, site resets, rats are gone, start again. Oh, that's nice to know. Cheers, Greg. Yeah, come on, let's get these back. Alright, so where are we up to here? I want to find one which is a different name. So we've done a vast one so far. Let's see if we can find another one. Maybe it'll have the better stuff inside. Sounds good on my end. Lovely. You should have the game sound quietly in the background and then me talking. Not shouting at you, but exactly. I mean, I was whispering. I haven't even doubled the sound on my end because it was ridiculous how quiet it was when I watched it back. Alright, so scanner probe 1 still, there'll be me. Can I even name scanner probes? It'd be quite cool if you can. Same happens with relic sites too. Oh, it's good to know. So I can go to a relic site, complete it. Or not complete it, but say maybe leave 1 can 30 seconds before downtime. And then what? When I come back on, all the cans will be back. As long as you're only done 1 or 2 cans. Oh, okay. Ah, that's a new one. Sizable perimeter. Have I still got the list? I have. Sizable perimeter. What's inside them? Sizable perimeter. Alright, so I'm actually looking for a vital core reserve, an instrumental core reserve, vital core reserve, instrumental core reserve. Awesome. Alright, so they're the ones with the higher stuff in these sizable ones, apparently. They're really low tier loot. Alright, that's a bit of a shame. Alright, we'll just keep going. Maybe it's like a C5 system, but like a well-known, not very good loot kind of one. Which is why it's not being run. This is probably going to be the wormhole, I think, since that's the exit location there. Oh wait, no. We've actually spin it. Yeah, it's a bit further away. And Rosetta has just woke up. Hey, Rosetta. Lazy bum. You're in US time zone now, so I'll let you off. Probably just a midday snooze. And I myself can't focus very well if I don't have a snooze throughout the day. Change that back to general actually so it doesn't show all the other junk. Yeah, starting to run out of things to say now. I'm just hoping to find a better one. So we've got Sizables, a bit poo, Vasts are a bit poo. See if we can find one which apparently has a good tier gas inside. Although, going off the market values, this has one of the highest market values, like the top 3, top 4 gases from last when I did it like a week or 2 ago. So, I wouldn't really say it was a low tier site. Maybe it's an old link I'm on. Oh, and I'm using Eve Uni, by the way, if anyone's wondering. Just because their site's massive and a lot of information they have on there. Yeah, it's a little bit out of date, but still very, very helpful. I need to go to bed, lol. Thanks for showing me again how to gas, man. You're very welcome, S-Bestie Gaming. Hopefully catch you on next stream. I'm going to try and stream once a week if I can. I'm off to Happy Huffing 07. No worries, Greg. Take it easy, matey. I'm not going to be too much longer. Like I said, I'm just going to fill up this ore hold, which we're about halfway to now, and just see if we can maybe find a higher value gas site, and then that's going to be it for me as well. We've been going for about 3-4 hours ish. Well, just over 3 hours, so not actually that long compared to sub streams. But I'm getting tired myself. What time is it in this country? 10 past 12. Alright, that's enough of relic sites, no good to us. Oh, maybe there's only a few gas sites in this one corner. We've actually scanned them down already. Sorry guys, I'm just starting to run out of things to say. Gas cloud harvesting does take a longish time. But probably half an hour to fill a full load up. There's not really much to say. There's not much action because we're in a nice C5, all on our lonesomes. Nothing but my core scanner probes on a D-scan. Just trying to see if maybe we can find another site we can run which might have some different gas inside. By the way, if you are running gas sites in wormholes, you'll only ever run into these types of ones which have sleepers inside and the full rate gas. So you'll never have to worry about those gases that have a chance of exploding and causing damage to your ship or any of that. These don't do that. Basically, you just mine away. You're perfectly safe. And there are the rats, so it's going to warp again straight to our safe. Cruisers this time, so I'll be surprised if any of them even managed to get a lock off on us. Right, so we've got a bountiful one this time. Have we done a bountiful one yet? I don't remember what the first one was. We've done a vast. So we can ignore that one now. So we've done a vast. Was it sizable, the first one? Can't remember. So Victor has a question. He wants to know, how do you find a home base in Eve? So if you're asking how do you make, that base your home, you simply dock up in it and you can set like jump clones there, so when you die you'll go back to it. But a good place to put a base is basically find out what your playstyle is. If you like the PvP side and you like constantly being in danger or constant fights and stuff, you might want to think about maybe setting up home in a low or null system, or even just in high, but like on the edge, like a 0.5 system, one jump into low. If you do mining, you might want to find a few systems which always have decent mining belts. They might have ice, which you always want. They might have certain materials you always want. Basically, it kind of goes off what you want to do. So the Corp, I found the Corp's home at the moment because it was close to allies. Where this is going back when we first moved the corp to the system we're in. It was close to our allies, and we always used to do PvP operations into low sec with them, so it made sense to go to them. But we were one jump away, just so we were far enough away from any like wars and stuff that were going on with like the allies and stuff. We could help out if we wanted, but we weren't exactly in the firing line, and we're still close enough to Jita as well. So that's why we are where we are now. Originally, I literally just looked on the map and said, right, I want to start a new corp that's going to do everything. I want to be close to a trade system. I picked the Mar at the time, so I was about 5 or 6 jumps from a Mar, but I wasn't on a main trade route. We were also on about 2 jumps away from low sec if we wanted to go to low sec, and that low sec had like a straight 3 or 4 system jump to get into null if we wanted that. I didn't really look into wormholes or anything at the time. Other than that, the system I actually picked had quite a few moons in there, also quite a few planets, so there was always going to be moon belts and stuff, so that's how we decided on to put it there. But it comes down, that's thinking from like a core point of view, trying to get everyone's kind of what might they want to do into that one system, try and have everything close enough for you. But again, if you've got a character that's a miner, obviously you'd want his home system to be close to where you do mining. If you're doing null sec mining in the Rockwell, the last thing you want to do is every time you die pop up in Jita, because that's your home system or home base. If you're a trade person on the other hand, then maybe you're just undocked every now and then to pick up some loot from a tractor beam you've left outside Jita. Again, you don't want to die and find yourself on the other side of the system stuck in, say, goon space. So it becomes quite easy once you know what you want to do in the game. Once you've got a little bit of experience doing it, you'll figure out quite quickly that actually I'm in the wrong place. I keep going to this system all the time to do this, but every time I die, I keep jumping like 12 systems back and I've got to travel again. So pretty sure you'll figure it out eventually, mate. Alright, so what are we looking for? We've got a bountiful one. Have we done a bountiful one yet? Let's warp to that at 0 and find out, shall we? And Rosetta is going to the store. Good for you, man. If you do get a bottle of water, can you send it to me? I could go get a drink, but it means I've got to drink like tap water, and I really don't want to. It's been a while since we've been shopping. I need to go like tomorrow if we can. Right, so we're going to warp to this one now. The sizable one we've already done had like poo gas inside. This one has more of the same. How full's that all held? Halfway. Alright, so this one, ignore that. Let's go to this one. I'm pretty sure we're only going to find 32 and 28. Maybe it's the class 6 we need to be looking for the higher ones. But it's always worth a little gander, isn't it? See what we can find. That was a bountiful one we went to. We've got a sizable one here, and then we've got a vast one. We've got another one here. 84 and 50, so we're actually going down the ladder here, aren't we? So if I actually bring my notepad back up. Yeah, 84 is down here and 50 is there, so 32 is the better one. Right, so ignore that one. Go to this one next, warp to that one. And whilst we're warping there, we'll see if we can't quickly scan down this one. Yeah, that'll do. Poo gas. Citadels are pretty exciting because it's your own little slice. They're also pretty expensive as well. I mean, the fuel alone can be, well, enough to make you have to force to like raise taxes or like work quite a lot just to be able to afford it. So we've got another 32 and 28 here, so it's going to go towards that 32 because I haven't scanned down the next one yet. And just keeping on D-scan, actually still nothing in system, doing really well as far as like not running into other players. Like I said, I just seem to be extremely lucky. Anyone else who was to go out looking for like a C4, C5 to go gas harvesting probably get blown up like 3 times. I'm like, nah, it's fine, there's no one here, it's only me. Could be the time zone as well, because obviously English are going to bed now. It's like 20 past 12. Americans, it's probably all playtime, isn't it? Depending on which side of the America you're on. Right, so there's another sizable one. Oop. I want to lock that up, turn that off, and get the wink and these things going. Sizable, And there's only, well, there's a few left actually. Well, I'm not going to go that far because it's getting awfully close to the end. So we'll close that. In fact, no, we need that. So that's how we get our scanner probes back. There we are. We'll reload this one now. How long have we been mining for now? It's only been like half an hour, is it? Maybe an hour at the most of the messing around we did. With the Astero and stuff, if you're going to count that towards it. But, made 4 mil maybe in the last load of the kind of rubbish stuff. We're up to 13 mil with this one. There is money to be made, especially when you start doing reactions with it. I hear the money can go ridiculously high quite quickly. I'm not actually doing reactions yet, but it's kind of something I want to try. I nearly spat your drink up because I said poo gas, yeah. Well, YouTube won't allow me to say any of the naughtier words, so poo gas it is. I'll leave that there actually so you can still see my beautiful ship. But anyway, so how are you guys and what do you guys do in EVE Online? How do you make your monies? So it's alright me saying I've tried this, I've tried that, I've tried that. So there might be some sort of way out there I've not actually considered. I mean, I think the latest one I've done, which I thought was actually quite quite fruitful, was just when I'm bored every now and then just go around blowing up MTUs. Some of the stuff you get from there is quite cool. So do you guys have any special ways of making ISK? So if I could have you, Hugo, where are you? All the way up there. I don't even know if you're still here. It'd be nice if I got a list actually of who was online. But thanks again, Hugo, for that £2. You are the first person to ever give me money on YouTube, and to be honest with you, it's the first time I've ever made money on YouTube, so I am well happy. Again, it's just gone from being 1,000 subscribers to being able to like monetize now, bringing it that step closer to maybe being something I can do full time, to now actually being given some pennies. Joe is just taking it that step further again, saying yes, this can, not it could, not it has the chance to, not it's set up to, but it actually is bringing some pennies in. Yes, it's £2, and I'm going to go buy myself a nice, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 big bottles of water so I can pay the missus back for the one I drank before. But yeah, you've just took that step further, mate. So again, thanks so much. From now on, videos at the top right corner. I have to kind of edit it first and get it set up, but they will eventually have, you know, top streamers and like all-time favorite. So top streamers, top donations, and Hugo. Every now and then you'll pop up saying first ever, you know, donation from Hugo. I might even put like a top 5 list in there, so say top 1 Hugo, or first Hugo, second someone else, second, just so it's on. But yeah, streaming wasn't really the way I wanted to go with the channel, because I know I just seem to like go towards the making videos over anything else. Oh, excuse me, getting a bit bunged up now. Just seems to go towards the videos, but if you guys like my streams, if the numbers keep going up and up, I'm going to start doing more and more. I might even start Twitch. I do actually have a Twitch account, I've just never used it. I have so many. I've got Patreon set up for Disowned Hero, I've got Twitch set up for Disowned Hero, so the name Disowned Hero is reserved for like near enough everything. I just don't use it, because I'm like, stick with what I know. It's YouTube. Alright, so I've got here, Zolinger Eve, don't you want to try Frigs in the Abyss? I would love to try Frigs in the Abyss. It's just trying to get people from my corp to actually be online at the same time and to actually test it out. I know myself and Xbox Gamers, who is quite high up in the corp, he kind of basically looks after it for me whenever I'm not there, or even when I am there and record, and he deals with all the corp stuff. He desperately wants to do it. We'll probably do it doing Worms, but it's getting the money together and getting the people together and all being online at the same time with some free time to actually do it. But we will at some point be jumping in Frigs. Victor Plays says he usually invests in Plex and then invests into limited time skins and sales and such. Do people actually buy those limited time skins? Because I do see them from time to time, and yeah, they do look quite cool, but I don't understand why you'd pay that much money for something that's going to wear off after 30 days. Some exploring and some marketing speculation does it for me. A little bit of mining and such if I'm tired. Alright, so you've got your like application. What am I thinking of? I don't know. Mine's gone blank. I was going to say something there, but it's gone. But basically, you've got like your criteria filled, haven't you? All your skills are all perfectly streamlined to something quite cool, actually, to play the markets and to be able to invest in things. That's a good way of making money. Especially if the market goes in your favour, you can double your money, can't you? Literally overnight. Oh, what have I clicked on? Why is V not working? There we go. I don't need to invest in plastic, actually. I just get given it. These are from people who have actually used my link to start playing the game, and I've bought. You have to buy a month membership, I think, to get 350 plex or something. I don't know, but I can get given plex every now and then. But yeah, the idea behind putting the link in the description, obviously I do get something for it, but I just thought it would bring new players in, and to be honest, I thought it would just help the corp grow, because anyone who joins new using my links obviously watch my videos and be like, hey, he's quite cool, let's join his corp. But yeah, I just seem to be getting given plex all the time. And I think the last thing I actually bought from it was the skins for, bought a skin pack for, which ship was that for again? It was a Namar ship. Lovely looking skin. I actually thought it was for these three. Oh, sorry, I thought it was for this and like one of these up here. But it turns out it was for the Apocalypse, which I actually fly quite often. For the Armageddon Navy issue, which I have never flown. And for the Redeemer, which I have never flown. But, you know, live and learn. I bought it, and now I have this skin. Where is it? Does it not say owned next to it when I actually own it? Oh no, because I'm on a different account. The Lava Core skin. I bought a set of these. I have it in there. Lovely looking skins. Look at that. Got an animation on it somewhere. Where's the animation on it? This one not have the animation? I thought I had an animation where it was like fire would pop up on it. Maybe it's the wrong one. Apocalypse. Pretty sure it's the Lava Core. Maybe it'll show up on this one better. Got a little bit of one there. See like the little animation there? I don't know why it's so small, but yeah, in fact, if you go to that angle, you can see like the heat coming off it. It's like distorting the ship. But yeah, I thought it was quite a cool skin, so I bought that one. But yeah, I personally, unless I was like making millions or billions a day or a week or a month or whatever, I don't think I'd actually buy the limited time ones. But like I say, obviously someone must. Harvey West, I just started playing Eve very late last year at 3 million skill points. I mostly mine for ISK, 2 to 4 million an hour is my average return for time. Harvey, yeah, I've not really done too well mining myself. People say they make millions and billions off it. I've always struggled as well between about 5 and 10 million, depending on what ship and the conditions. This so far has proven out to be a lot more effective, although it's a lot more risky. I've been in wormhole space. I mean, there's a chat. What, look at that? It's like a mouth or bumhole. There's a chance so someone could unclog next to me now and take me out. Wormholes could close and I could be stuck in here. But so far, I think I've been doing this for maybe an hour and I've got up to 17 mil. Sorry about my nose. I seem to be getting bunged up again. But check out my mining videos on my channel and you'll see I take a few different mining barges and stuff into different scenarios, mining different things, and I tell you to know which one can make what and how long the time, the weaknesses, the bonuses, all that kind of stuff. So that might help you out if you want to become a miner. Victor plays, bought 2 of the Christmas skins for 500 plex and sold them for 2 billion the next day. Nice. Put aside 10% for the Explo loot for buying plex. Nice. What was the Christmas skins? I forget. Are they limited time ones, the Christmas ones? When you say limited time, you're talking about the skins that last like 60 days, or you're talking about the ones which are only available to get for like one event? Like the Cold Iron skins, I don't think you can get them anymore. I've got like a full, I might have like a set and a half of them for like one for every ship and then some extra. I don't think you can get them anymore, but they're still not actually worth that much if you go and buy them. I think the same for the Purity of the Throne event as well. I've got all of them. And yeah, unless you can go back in time and do that event again and get the skins, don't think they're actually making them anymore. In wormholes, I used to get attacked by cloaked Asteros such as Sullen Bear or Spoofy Squirrel. who are teamed up on one venture. Yeah, sometimes people who are a bit bored and maybe haven't got a kill all day, they will just jump on a venture. I do it myself. Because like I say, I never run into people in Wormhole space. I'm actually quite cool. And if I do run into someone, I'm usually easily well out of there before they've even found me. But it works both ways. I can take a ship into it, like my Legion cloaked up looking for people, and I can jump 5 or 6 wormholes and find no one. And then eventually I'll be like, oh look, there's a venture there. Right, I've put all this like an hour and a half jumping through wormholes, scanning everything down, not found anyone. There's a venture there, sod it, let's just go for him. Limited sale time, they're pairing them. Okay, because there are skins you can get, isn't it, which are temporary ones. Oh, I don't know if I can actually view the market, can I, while I'm in here? No, I don't think I can. I've still got something sitting on the market. But yeah, there are skins you can get which only last like a limited amount of time. You literally put it on your skin, and after like 60 days, it's washed off. Space Rain has took it away. The black and gold ones, they look pretty slick on the Sisters of Eve. I think that's what I was using. Those man like grey and yellow. Can't really tell the difference. Holes. Oh, the wrong character. Yeah, wrong character. She hasn't got the fits. Oh, she can't see what skins I've got on my other accounts, can she? Thank you for the advice on the videos. After I plex past the alpha gate, I'll do better. Alphas can actually do a lot better than I originally thought. I mean, when alphas first came out, they could only use one racial type of ship, and I thought that was a real drawback. Because yes, you could be like, all right, I'm gonna go for, I don't know. Mine's gone blank on that one again. So I'm gonna go for more ships, and I'm gonna be super cool at running missions. I'm going to go straight for the, I don't know, arbitrator, because that's going to be good at missions. But then that's it. If you decide you want to try something else, maybe you want to try PvP and you wanted to go into a rifter or a I don't know, some sort of drone boat, then you can't because you're locked out. But they've changed it now. You can pretty much fly everything. When I look in here, I mean, look at that. There is alpha blocks all over the place. But you can now go up to battleships. You never used to be able to go up to battleships when they first came out. You can now do every type of ship you want. It doesn't really matter about the race. You can do any frigate you want. Sorry, pirate faction frigate you want. This never used to be a thing. So you're only really locked if you want to go above battleships. You can even use some Tech 2 modules now. Not sure which ones. But you can even use some Tech 2 modules. Again, that never used to be a thing. It was like Tech 1 only. And factions. I don't even know if you could use faction stuff. But yeah, they're starting to give alphas more and more power, which I think is why the Plex prices are going up, because a lot of people are like, well, I'll just go alpha because I don't need to be Omega for what I do. And they're like, right, well, less people are now buying Plex, so what do we do? I don't get what I'm saying, might not be making any sense, but I'm just jibber-jabbering some kind of running out of things to say now. We're almost full. We're getting there, 3,800. Up to 20. So we've doubled, if we get this one back, you see we've doubled the price of our ship already. Although we're kind of due these NPCs to come in at any time now. Wind content, £10. Really? You don't have to do that, mate. That's brilliant. That's absolutely made up now, mate. £10. I can go buy lots of bottles of water. Ah, this super chat thing, I'm liking this super chat already. Cheers, guys. Not only are you giving me pennies to help like keep the channel on that going, but you're making me feel super awesome inside and giving me hope in humanity. Well, hope in humanity might be a bit step forward. You know what I mean? Cheers, man. Honestly, I don't know what to say to that. Just thanks. Again, you will go next to Hugo in the top of the screen once I get that set up as just super awesome, mega wicked cool donators who will stay in my heart for all of eternity. Cheers, man. And you're welcome. I love putting these videos out, so you don't need to thank me for doing them. I just love doing them. I'm going to stream more often, guys. If this is how it's going to go, there's going to be lots more streams coming out. I'll just have to get a little rota of what to do, because this one kind of, once I you've been outdone. You were still the first, Hugo. You were still the first, matey. But yeah, I'm going to have to get like a little thing out. I'm going to have to write up to what I can do in live streams. I'm going to have to start getting like at least one out a week. If this is how it's going to go, then I'm obviously in the wrong business doing videos, and live streaming is where it's at. Excuse me. Right, so where are these rats? They should be coming in now at any time. Last time I said that, actually, they came straight in, didn't they? One of my videos was funny. I stopped the video. Well, I didn't stop the video, but while I was recording it, you know, I literally said, right, the rats are due to come in at any time now. And like, I just looked back at the screen. I was like, oh, and there they are. Look at that for timing. If there is anything, by the way, you want me to talk about or go over, then let me know. Especially when it comes to like videos. If you like have a burning ambition to learn market trading. I mean, I don't really know market trading at all, to be honest. That might be a bad example. But if that was something you wanted to do, then just leave a comment or even put in chat or something. Do you know, like, can I do a video on this? And I'll add it to my list. I'll see if I can get around to it. I do record every night. Videos go up at 9 o'clock, unless I'm live streaming, in which case you get a live stream instead. But I've started putting videos on timers now, so rather than me finishing them at like editing 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and then uploading at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, then the next day I might finish early and it'll be like 2 in the morning. The day after that I might forget to do it that night and so it'll be uploaded in the afternoon. Everything now will be 9 o'clock UK time, and there are the rats right there. So let's get ourselves warped out, shall we? And do we have another one lined up actually ready to go to? We do, we've got one more. Oh, sizable. That one says it's a level 2. I'm not sure if that level 2 there refers to the scanning side or the actual site side. So let's go to that one and see how we get on there. No money, no videos, sad heroes, yeah. Oh, dude, I mean, if you look at the channel, I've actually been doing videos for like the last 2 years. I've only recently decided, I mean, I came out of work well, about 2 months ago now. It was kind of, I didn't like get sacked or anything, but the work, it was, they were knocking me hours down. They even reduced the pay, and I was like, do you know what, I've had enough now. He's taking the mick, I'm leaving. And I had good intentions of going back to work. I did look for a few days, but then I looked at my YouTube channel and I was like, do you know what, I'll just start doing that again. Now I've got the time. Whoa, whoa, no, 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 no. Woof. Obviously I forgot to ignore that. They didn't even lock me up or nothing, did they? I kind of cacked myself a bit there with sleepers just like around me. Oh, a lot of no's. No, 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 no. Alright, let's try that again. Ooh. But yeah, I decided to come back to the YouTube channel and I thought, do you know what? I'm actually going to stop looking for work for a little bit. I'm going to nail this. I know it's something I really enjoy doing. I think I've got a cool idea of like the way I record them, especially like the third person side. I know not every video is third person, but they're really like long-winded to do, so I can't really do every one third person. It'd be one video a week. But I thought, you know what, I'll nail it. People have made money on this, they do it for a living, so can I. And it's slowly starting to get there. Yes, it's a real struggle at the moment. We have daily like arguments and stuff over monies, but all in all, we're actually doing not too bad. And exactly, oh crap, yeah. We're not doing too bad. And yeah, being given £2 off you, £10 off you, it just takes it that one step further. Yes, the actual money amount itself is not hugely important. Well, the more the better. If you want to give me like lots of money, I'll take it. But yeah, the fact that there's money coming in from it just means so much. I'm getting all teary. I'm just jabbery now, so let's just move on, shall we? Notepad 32 we haven't got. Oh, these are well down the list. 84 and 50s. Let's go for that 50. Yeah, I could scan another one down. Now, this will be the last site, I think, guys. Then we'll get back to high sec. We'll see how much we've made. We'll take this one in, actually, because let's say maybe you're doing harvesting and you might manage to run into 1 or 2 sites with the good stuff, but the rest only had this in. So we'll add it in. We'll get 1,000 M3s of that, so we get a decent estimated rough number, rather than just all the good stuff. But like you're seeing, if you're in a class 3 or above, you kind of find it. And I managed to jump 2 wormholes and get straight into a class 5, was it? Pretty sure it was a class 5. So yeah, it's not too hard to find the good stuff. 10 off, 10 off, 10 off. Stop. Is ship going to stay doing an endo? Is it going to flatten itself out? Yeah, it's going to flatten itself out. I don't know why it didn't last time. It just stayed like on its nose, didn't it? We can even do this as well, so you can get a lovely view. Look at that. Lovely view of the venture. You can even do some cinematic stuff of spinning around in space. Look at that cloud. Oh, it's hard to imagine that my venture actually sucks all that up. But it does, and it fits inside the ore hold. Control F9, by the way, if you ever want to take all the HUD and everything away and just have like nice screenshotty moments. Control F9, get some cool screensavers, especially if you put your screen into window mode. Drag it across both screens if you're using dual screen, then put it into fixed window, so it'll take away like the little bounding box, you know, of all the normal windows, gubbins all around the sides. Print screen. When you've hit F9, you get a huge screensaver which will fit perfectly on your screen. I have loads of different ones on my computer. At the moment, I think I'm looking at a Armageddon, just like circling the sun, like a blue sun behind it. So D-scan, still nothing on D-scan. Now it's time for some fish and chips. You haven't got money for fish and chips, mate. You've just given me your last tenner. Anyway, so mate. Victor plays, I don't have any money to give, but I really appreciate the videos and the streams. Nice to relax. You don't need to give money, mate. I'm happy with you guys just watching. In case you haven't noticed, there is adverts that should pop up from time to time. I did change the settings for streaming, so it was slightly different. I mean, the standard settings for streaming means like every 15-20 minutes your whole screen goes boom. You can't see what I'm doing, you can't hear me. A full advert pops up. It'll either be one of those skip after 5 seconds, or even one of those you have to watch for like 30-second ones. And I was like, that's a bit anti-productive, isn't it? No one's going to sit there and watch a live stream where just as I'm getting, I could just be sitting there going, oh my god guys, they're warping in, we're in structure, we can just take them out, maybe we're just holding on, we've got billions of risk on the line, and all of a sudden it pops up saying, hey, buy life insurance, watch this for 30 seconds. I was like, who wants that? So I took them off, I took all the other stuff off. You should have the little one that pops up in the bottom, and you have to click the little X, like a little banner ad, and I think you might get 1 or 2 on the side of the screen, or like, I don't know, above the suggested videos, I think one pops up. But yeah, so you don't need to give me money, mate. There is money to be made without you guys directly handing it to me. Right, so just say it in here. Yeah, so it's not exactly the most extravagant life being a gas harvester person. You don't get to fly the fastest, snazziest ships. You're kind of stuck to Adventure. Or the Prospect if you want to spend the extra money, but it's still basically Adventure, just painted differently. As opposed to like when you're mining, when you get like from a barge to an exhumer, then you get from an exhumer, you go to an orc, and you're like, whoa, this is getting big and exciting and powerful, and you've probably got friends around you, and then you go from an orc, you end up in like the Wormhole, and you're in like a capital ship, and you're like, this is mega, it's going really well, look at how much like ship I'm controlling. And then you look at gas cloud harvesters and you think, I've hit my pinnacle, I've got 2 tech 2s on there, and I'm in Adventure, woohoo. Yeah, so it's not the most extravagant, but so far when it comes to the mining side, I seem to make the most money from gas than I do actually mining anything else. And that's not even, I haven't even done reactions or anything with it yet. That's just to go sell it on the market now. I would still be making more than if I took a mining barge into a belt and started mining like Vesper or something. So how full are we? We're getting there. Got another 500 M3s to go. How do you guys say M3, by the way? Do you actually say M3? Do you say meters squared, meters cubed? How do you guys actually pronounce it? And just excuse me, I've just realised how probably not cool this is to just be staring at my phone, not paying attention to anything, but it was vibrating and I just wanted to see what it was. Nothing important. Nothing important. Nothing important. And someone's left a new comment on my video. Yay! Humble beginnings. We all have to start somewhere, and Adventure is the perfect place to do that. What is that? Oh, it's a flip. Hold on, guys. 1 second. I wondered what that noise was. It's me little one smartwatch, like the kiddie one. The alarm's going off of a little Tweety bird. I didn't even know that was in here. I thought it was the game then doing like weird music and tweeting birds at me. Right, so we're back anyway. D-scan, I should really keep on top of D-scan. Mainly looking for combat probes, maybe even scanner probes, but ideally for other ships. But if someone's already scanned this system down, which doesn't look like they have since everything was still closed and there was loads of signatures here, even if you're scanning something down from time to time, you'd be like, oh look, there's a relic site, I'll just do that while I scan everything else down. Not this one, no, they've left absolutely everything here. Forgotten core, relic site. I mean, the forgotten ones, they can be quite difficult to do, but if you find one that says like Blood Raider, or, well, basically isn't a forgotten one, isn't a sleeper one. So if there's no NPCs in them, you can literally just warp in, take the loot, and off you go. So it's really unusual, especially in the high class wormholes, to find them. And when there's people living in here. You say M3, I say M3 because it doesn't matter how I say it. Someone's like, that's not how you say it. It's meters cubed or meters. Some people say meters squared, but I'm like, it can't be meters squared because that's like M2. M3 is cubed, but it just sounds wrong saying meters cubed. I've got, you know, 5,000 meters cubed of gas. It just doesn't seem to sound right, does it? Right, almost full. Start breaking into song. That's how you know. Well, that's in my mind. That's how you know when things are going a little bit stale, or do you run out of things to talk about when you start singing? If I was a woman, this would be the point when my top would come down. I'd be like, boobs. There you go. Which I know shouldn't say because that's like incredibly sexist. But have you watched Twitch lately? That's like seems to be all that happens. Oops, come back. V. Very, very nearly there. I didn't check the first wormhole actually to see how long that was open for. I checked this one. This was open for like no more than a day, which usually means you got lots of time because it'll go for no more than a day to kind of, it won't last more than a few hours. Once it says a few hours, that's when you're like, okay, maybe I shouldn't go in that one. But I didn't check the first one, the one that led to the C2. So hopefully we don't get locked in. We'll tell you what, some of the funniest times come from when you get locked into wormholes. Try and get out in your little area full of like, I don't know, maybe you've got 50, 100 mil during your cargo hold. It's not full, but you're like, I've done this system now, I've been doing it for like an hour or two, I want to get out. You go to get out and you're locked in, you're like, you end up going all around the New Eden map trying to get out. You go for like 5 or 6 wormholes, you'll find one that'll lead to one pot of null, you'll find another one that jumps out in low sec, but the other side of the system to where you want to be, and you're like, take me chances, I'll go to null, I'll go to low sec, and you end up running around, trying to get away from people, because everyone's hunting for like juicy Asteros packed full of goodies. And yeah, you finally get back to where you were going, and even though that trip that should have took you 3 hours and made you a nice profit, it's actually took 8 hours, but you feel even better about it, because you're like, I managed to get round like 12 gate camps, and I outran a Tengu, and there was people signing in, and you're like, yes, made it. Alright, so nearly there. That was actually nicer from further away, wasn't it? I'll make a nice little screensaver. You can't see it, but it stretches across the other side, and I can see the gas and stuff on the other screen. It looks well pretty. There we go, probably this last cycle, and then we will be full. In fact, we'll be over full. And I don't think these work like normal miners. If I stop at halfway, does it mine half of it? Oh, it does mine half of it. Didn't know it did that. Alright, so let's take us up to 990. So we'll let this one get halfway again. Then we should be full. Wait. Alright, so let's go to this exit. We want to warp to north. Exactly, yeah. Sometimes the chase of getting home, or like the danger of trying to get home, is worth more than the loot. I'm not saying you should all pay up to go get lost in wormholes, but if you are new to the game and you want to experience a bit of let's say twitchy bum time, trying to get your loot home, definitely get yourself locked in a wormhole and try and figure a way out. That's like, well, the ultimate, oh no, someone help me, so kind of moment. Alright, so this one's still open, which is lovely. Alright, so let's go to this one next. D-scan is still clear. So it doesn't even look like there's been anyone in this system. Although we won't really know that actually unless we look at the signatures. Yeah, they're all still here. Oh, there it is. Ordinary perimeter. Was that the one I said? Ordinary perimeter? That's the one that has the sentry guns inside waiting for you. So do not go to them. They will insta pop you. I would demonstrate, but I really don't want to. I really don't want to. I don't want to lose all this. So we got 25 mils. Someone know how long we've been doing this for? I think the stream was up to like just over 2 hours. When I decided, you know, maybe we should call it night. We're just under 4 hours. It actually took 2 hours to get this far. No, I've not been mining for 2 hours, have I? Gas. Been doing it for a while, I think, but can't be that long. Alright, so minus moon base, off we go.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, again, if you do want to join a corp, Disowned Heroes will get you in. We've got a lot going on. We have a lot of assets you can use. I mean, we own this refinery, which we're going to here. But we are actually in a coalition, not an alliance. It's kind of an unofficial alliance. We've got Asbels, they're not ours. Another Athanor there, another Athanor. So we've got lots of structures. That's just in this system alone. We also own planets, customs officers, and things like that. So we've got lots of stuff going on. And we try and do a little bit of everything. So if you do fancy... I've warped to the wrong thing, haven't I? I've warped to the bounce for this one. Dock. There we go. So we've even got everything set up so you can warp straight to here, to there, to there, to back. Because you can't go from the actual refinery to the ore. You can't warp to it. It just doesn't seem far enough away, which is weird.
Docking request accepted.
But yeah, we've got lots of stuff set up. We're all completely ready for new players to come in. We even have another corp going for faction warfare stuff. Yeah, so if you want to join us, then hurry up and get in. Alright, let's have a look what we actually managed to get then. That's not it. There it is. Ore hold. Didn't have any drones, didn't have anything in there, did I? No. Ore hold. So we managed to get 92 of these full rate 50s, which was the lesser stuff. We actually got more of that than we did this. Obviously, it's less dense, so you get more per cycle. But that is worth about 4 million estimated. And we've got 816, which was 3 sites I think we had to go through to get this. So that was like 1 site basically. That was 3. And that was worth 21 mil. So like I said, you usually get about 10 to 15 minutes before the rats come in. So if we say them a longer time, I mean, I've not really seen rats take longer than 15 minutes. If you're going to say 15 minutes and have not come in, they are coming in during the next like minute or two. So they're not going to be there. You're not going to be there that much longer without being interrupted. So let's say 15 minutes for 3 sites. So that's what, 45 minutes. And then this one as well. Basically an hour. We basically ran 4 sites. Let's say an hour. And I was scanning them down whilst inside. Once we didn't lose any time scanning, maybe a little bit of time warping to the safe and then back out. It could have gone from site to site to site, but let's say an hour that took us, and we've made estimated 25, probably about 25 million. Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less with the price of the market, but that's 25 mil an hour. And I'm telling you now, I can't seem to get 25 mil an hour mining. And this character, actually Miss Hera, has only just sold her Orca, because I went through all the skills and I was like, look, the mining barges and stuff aren't working for me. Probably easy to show you through this. I was like, the mining barges and stuff, they aren't working. I'm not making money. So I took them all out and I decided to go the other way. And I put them all down here. So she had an Orca. She was 5 of the faction drones going away. I was giving boosts out to players as well. And yeah, just doing my best to mine the moon ore, which is the highest ore you can get in high sec. Not going to go into the details. That's someone's going to correct me now and be like, oh no, it's wrong, you've got to be at this moon, blah, blah, blah. But no, we've got like a few moons going, so I was mining the best ore we could from the moons we had, and I still wasn't getting anywhere near 25 mil an hour. I was lucky to get like 5 to 10 mil an hour. So probably something I'm doing wrong, but again, I've sold the Orca now because I'm like, it's just not working. Instead, I'm going to have to slowly, because I'm not getting enough of skill extract, I'm just going to slowly train back into these, and then back into these to redo the mining video, because a lot of people are saying I did it wrong, and that got a lot of views that one. So if I do it right, just imagine how much more like love and stuff it's going to get. So that's my plan for the future. As of right now, we're pretty much done, I think. I'm just going to simply move this actually into my item hanger with my other Nice stuff here, totaling nearly 62 mil, which again isn't great, but I'd say like 3 or 4 excursions, similar to what I've done tonight. First time was a bit of a practice. I went out with a friend. Xbox gamers actually took me out because I was like, I've not done this before. It's like, come with me, I'll show you the ropes. And then I went out again by myself for like an hour or two, and again by myself for an hour or two, and then tonight for an hour or two, and I've made 62 mil. So to me, gas at the moment is definitely the way to go. I mean, as you can see, I've tried mining some stuff here. I've tried compressing it. I've got the crystals and stuff. If we go into our mining hangar, there's some more stuff in here, although a lot of it looks like it's been emptied. I've got to look over my microphone, by the way. It's just blocking that bottom corner off. Yeah, so next we also have lots of NPCs, lots of blueprints and stuff to muck around with. Someone for some reason has made a hell load of these. I don't know why. But yeah, as of right now, that is going to be the end of this stream. So I'm going to wait a few minutes because I know you guys are like 15, maybe even 20 seconds behind. I haven't timed it for a while. So let's see if you guys have any questions before I go. Then I'll be shooting off. So getting home is worth it. More than loot. Yes, it is. I love the Orca. I loved the Orca, to be honest. I felt so big and so powerful. It was nice to be able to say, right, guys. So rather than forming a fleet and being like, I'm going out on my venture, who else wants to join me? People are like, nah. If I said, right guys, I'm going out to my Orca, I'll be giving boosts out, you can all dump your ore on me, I'll run backwards and forwards, that kind of stuff. So it was nice to like have that center focus on you. So you had the power to say, my ship's like the biggest one here, you all do as I say, I'm doing a fleet, come with me. That's quite cool. And yeah, the fact that it did mine probably on par to some of the Exhumers. I wouldn't say better, but not at my skill level anyway, but it was nice to fly it. Yeah. But I say I'm going to stick to gas cloud harvesting. I might even go for the Tech 2 one. If it keeps going the way it is and I don't run into anyone, I might go for the Tech 2 one because it has a larger ore hold, which basically, in my opinion, means you can go further into Wormhole. So I only went 2 jumps then and got starting at C5 and settled. But if I would jumped in and say it was a C2 to begin with, then the next one was a C3 or 4, and then maybe the next one was a C4, and then the next one was a C5. You can go that far in a prospect because you've got the ore hold to hold. I'm pretty sure it's like over double what this thing has. So rather than having to come in and out after like 3 or 4 sites, you can probably clear a whole Wormhole of all of its like 5 or 6 gas sites in a prospect. And you've got the cloak and all that kind of good stuff as well. So I might go for that. So just seeing how it goes. But like I say, I usually have good luck in Wormholes anyway. Yeah, so I can see all you guys are saying goodbye now. So thanks for the stream. Definitely enjoyed the chill, huffing and chat. More than welcome, matey. Once doing the Abyss kind of stuff finished, it was kind of a case of what do we do, and well, you can't really do anything too exciting in Adventure, so yeah, it was quite nice just to chill out and have a chat. Again, would have been nice if my missus didn't take that bottle of water because my throat is extremely dry now and I could go get a drink, but I can't be bothered, so I'll get one afterwards. Brendan Bradley, thank you so much for watching, matey. 07 to you too. You are all true heroes for staying this long and putting up with me, so you all deserve a round of applause. So other than that, guys, if you've not already, subscribe. Lots more cool stuff going, lots more live streams going. Thank you again to Hugo, matey. Can't believe you were the first one to actually donate to me. And Wind Content, I'm probably saying your name wrong, so I'm just going to call you Wind from now on. Again, a huge thank you for donating. £10, actually, that was... So I was expecting like maybe 10-20p's, but to go up to £10 and like the second donation was absolutely brilliant. To get 1 donation is one thing, to get 2 donations in one stream. So you've we maybe want to stream more often, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Once a week, I maybe might set a day or something. But other than that, yeah, stay awesome, and I'll see you right here very soon in another video. Bye bye. I'm just going to wave at the camera now as I slowly try and find the button to switch this thing off. Where is it? There we are, stop streaming. Okay, so again, guys, thank you so much for sticking with me, and I'll see you